trying to do what we can, man. Stand up dudes, man. Real gentlemen. And we standing on business, though. Welcome to the round table, baby, where the boss is to meet. Get a glimpse in the mirror, gotta know you a king. If it's one thing for sure, you a made man now. Gotta wear it like a crown. Do you know what that mean? Wanna join the elite? You better be what you claim in the bid. You better have your facts straight when you speak. No, sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Nigga might have to speak on it. Got a whole thumbnail with the team on it. You can stay up in the chat or you could cam up. We could put it on the screen if you saying something. They going crazy in the chat, they gon' ban us. Tell them how you really feel, nigga, man up. No judgment and handcuffs. Go him, throw a tantrum. I be wishing I could stand up. The nigga stand up. One thing for sure, we say what they want. And do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure, we say what they want. And do what they don't. One thing for sure, we say what they want. And do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure, we say what they want. And do what they don't. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. What's going on? What the deal is, man? One thing for sure, we are here, man.
Back up
we
in
here,
here,
man. We for the people, baby.
All
day, baby.
Yeah, what the deal is, man? What's going on, man?
What's up?
Not much. Watching this NFL draft right now.
Man, I was trying to ask.
I was just about to say, hey, y'all don't have a first round pick, do y'all?
Don't worry about us.
Yeah, you worry about
okay.
Worry about them Seahawks.
All day.
What? I was trying to. I thought it was on ESPN.
It is.
Okay, I don't know what's going on my end. But how y'all doing, fellas? What's going on?
Good.
Chilling, man. What's up with you?
Man, blessings. Made another week, man.
That's
I always
right.
like to say that because I think, man.
Hey, Ali, can you hear me?
Yep.
I don't think nobody know they're gonna not wake up or know they're gonna not be able to go back to sleep. You know what I mean? So I always like to start off that, man. I always wonder, like, you know, when it's probably dark, but I always thought, like, when somebody died, like, what was their day like before? You know what I mean? How did they wake up? What was they doing? How was their mind state? Did they get what was their thought pattern like? Did they have a glimpse of something might be messed up that day? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Energy, what was coming at him that day was coming at him the day before. What type of energy he woke up with? Yeah, I think about that too, man.
Right. And I don't know if that's just, I don't know what that's about, but you know, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Gotcha. Well, what was the subject?
Well, I was just talking about I be wondering what people's mind state is that died, that passed away, that, you know, you wake up in the morning and you don't know anything is gonna happen to you. You know what I mean? You just wake up on like a regular day, getting dressed, talk to your family and everything. You know what I mean? You preparing for the next day. You thinking further ahead in the future about next week, what's going on this weekend. You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking you're never gonna wake up again. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's why I try to start off that, you know, when I come out here, I say blessed. I say blessed to be here. And even just to be thankful every day, man. When we wake up, we should be thankful.
Yeah. Whenever I see an accident, and you see some sheets, I be like, damn, like their family might not even have the news yet.
Right.
I try to think about it myself. I just say it's gonna happen when it happens. Hopefully, I don't even know. Because the countdown is real, man. Yeah. Like you remember when you was right there with me on that motorcycle accident I had. We was on the freeway. I knew I was about to die, but I didn't. But that time in between in the air and hitting the ground, it felt like, you know, you got like 10 minutes to think, talk to God, think about stuff and all that, even though it really only took a couple seconds.
This nigga hurt his ankle talking about I was about to die.
So you're not even trying to read.
He gave his last meal and everything, cookies and juice. That was your last meal. That's crazy.
You don't want to see. He ain't never gonna tell the real story how it happened. That nigga was crying like how they was on Miss Society, like, don't die, bird.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question. If you could know.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't want to know, man.
You know what's funny about this question to me? When I was in the hospital, when I first found out I had heart failure, don't ever go to Google. Don't ever do Google. Why not?
No,
Google.
Hell no.
You would have AIDS fucking with Google.
Hey, on my mama though. No, I was in the hospital, and when the lady told me, she was like she just came out and told me. I was sitting there with everybody else getting ready to see the doctor, and she was like, "Oh, well, you have heart failure." And I was like, "Wait, what you mean?" And she was like, "Oh, they didn't tell you?" I said, "No, you're the first person to tell me." She was like, "Yeah, oh, I wasn't supposed to be the first person to tell you." So I don't know what that was at the time. I went to Google. Long story short, I went to Google. It says you have up to 5 years to live. And I started crying my ass off.
Mm.
And then when you're reading the symptoms, when you're reading the symptoms, that shit start happening while you're reading it.
Like
everything. When I got to read, when I got to reading everything, I swear to God, it felt like all the pain and stuff started then. Like all the shortness of breath and everything else was coming to pass.
Yeah.
Emariye, did they give you like a lifestyle change after all that happened?
Okay, say that again.
Get closer to the microphone, big dog.
Did you have to do a lifestyle change after that happened?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, it was basically what it was. But basically what it is I didn't know I had high blood pressure. So basically, what the high blood pressure does is it restricts your heart. With all the pressure in the blood that's going through your heart, it's not giving a full pump. So what happens is they told me I have to walk more. I'm basically just exercising more than anything else. It's really nothing that I'm eating wrong for heart failure. It's just making sure that because I've been having it for so long, high blood pressure, and they said my high blood pressure be so high that anything can happen, but I don't feel it.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't feel it, man. You don't feel
Yeah,
it.
you don't like right now. Basically what I did have to do was I had to start checking my blood pressure every day. Because I went into actually the funny part, I went to the doctor. They was like, your blood pressure is 205 over 192. I said, what do you mean? I feel fine. They said, nigga, you borderline about to have a heart attack and a stroke at the same time.
Wow.
205.
And now, mind you, I don't eat fried food like that. I mean, at the time when I found all this out, I wasn't eating fast food, fried food. Everything was baked, and it was like it's not even hereditary. It was just carrying. I mean, it was just me.
Right. Well, we got to take care of ourselves, man. Like you never know. And then you seen that football player that just had another heart attack and died. The one from Auburn, the young guy, 25 years old, just died.
That's the third one in the last 2 weeks, right?
Right. And I'm kind of like, I don't know, is this COVID shot stuff serious? Because why is all these young people having heart issues? Like,
right. But it could be, you know what it could be from though? A whole lot of these young people drinking energy drinks.
Yeah, but the energy drink's been around a while for a long time, and you
gotta
I don't know,
it's stronger and stronger.
It's a lot of sugar, man. It's a lot of sugar.
I mean, these dudes is working out 24/7. They like very in shape, and they heart is failing. Like they heart, like I mean, it ain't no sign of like diabetes or nothing or anything like that. It's just they having heart attacks and collapsing. Like I mean, and that's scary. Like when you think about it, Well, I am walking around. I just had some chicken and waffles. I mean,
yeah, but a lot of people don't get themselves checked out though, especially a lot of men. Don't go to the doctor regularly. One thing I learned when I was working at MTA, because they make you go get physicals and make you do it regularly. So I just naturally do it every 6 months to a year. Well, really every 6 months now. After I turned 30. But
you get physicals every 6 months?
Every 6 months, yeah.
Oh, you like your balls jiggle because you ain't gotta do that.
First of all, I love my balls jiggle, but you don't talk about them. You don't mention them, but yes, I do.
How you think you gonna put that? How you think you gonna throw that in there?
You got a man doctor or a woman doctor?
I have a doctor. But actually, if you want to know, I have a female black doctor.
Me too.
All black doctor practice just coincidentally when I got my new doctor like about 2 years ago.
Me too. Yeah,
and
my primary.
She go home. I can play with balls all day.
And all the doctors in there are women, and she actually fine too. My doctor actually like really attractive.
Have all y'all,
she like 45.
Always had women doctors, or
No, you know what? I had men doctors when I was younger because I think I was more comfortable with getting physical when I was younger. But now that I'm just grown and don't give a damn, I'll be like, "Come here, Miss Doctor Lady." So it don't matter now. But I think I was more comfortable with men doctors when I was younger.
I'm gonna mute you. One of y'all. Man, my last time was at Metro, and the dude, I went for the physical, and he was I'm gonna mute you, dear, real quick. He was he had me. He was like, take down your drawers and everything. He about to do the little thing, the little test. And once I took down my drawers, he started writing on his clipboard. So I'm just standing in front of him. I'm like, bro, why would you tell me to take down my drawers and you're not ready? Like, I'm just standing in front of you, just naked. Just
nah, he was ready. That nigga, when you took him down, he said,
Yeah.
Hey, this remind me of that one skit. Hey, y'all ever see Jason Bakes on TikTok when he got to let his son react to his suspect and he went to the doctor? I think the doctor trying to fuck me.
Yeah, I was very offended. I was like, come on, bro, you gotta be ready. This shit is like, it gotta flow right. Like, man, we gotta, I thought it was like, all right, boom, boom, boom. This nigga got me sitting here naked. I'm looking around like, come on, girl. Like,
he like, so what'd you have for lunch today?
I feel like he was trying to like, yeah. It's like, he tried to, come on, bro. Like, you didn't know you had nothing else to write.
Well, at least he didn't chuckle. At least he didn't chuckle before he wrote. Like,
yeah, man, that wasn't cool. After that, I'd be like, you ready? Like, you know what I mean?
Just sitting there, you sitting there doing this.
Yeah, I was looking around and shit like, sheesh. And then when you're naked, most likely you don't, like, your natural habit is to grab, like, to hold. Never mind.
This conversation's going way.
Hey, you gotta say it.
Yeah, you gotta pick.
Regardless, just get yourself checked out, man. Get yourself checked out. I just came from the doctor, like I said, what was that, a couple weeks ago?
And did they stick your finger in your butt?
That was a few years ago.
You gotta do that too, man. I know. Unfortunately, there's so many men who have
at that time
contracted it because they never got checked. That's serious stuff, man. I heard that's really painful.
Yeah, and my
colon and stomach cancer is really.
I had to get
really
it
dreadful.
I had to get it checked because my grandfather and my father, from what I know, both had cancer. So I had to get that checked.
Man, yeah, I got cleaned out one time and it was very uncomfortable. It was supposed to be 2 sessions, it ended up being 1 because I was.
You got cleaned out.
What they call it, a colon.
What they clean you out with?
I know what the fuck you was talking about.
I was about to say, what they clean you out with?
Me and Brina went.
Wipe you down and shit.
Oh, y'all sitting across from each other?
Yeah.
All right,
don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I can see Brina now on the other side.
I felt like she was thinking,
relax.
Yeah. Like, come on, man.
I don't make it no more comfortable and shit, but she said, just relax.
Right. You had a single tear coming down your eye.
Yeah,
staring at it with a single tear.
Yeah, I was like, man.
We had 7 tears. He brought it back.
I got taken advantage of it. But for real talk, we do gotta definitely get those things done, man. Take care of stuff. You see, Chadwick Boseman, they say 40s. He was 39 when he died, like 30. Yeah. What was he like? Close to? He wasn't even 40 yet. So it's like, we can't wait till 40. We got to start doing it a little early, 35.
You gotta start doing it today. There's people dying of cancer in their 20s.
Right. And we wait till the homies, like, we ask you, man, something this happened to you, like we go through each other for our medicals, like that, man.
Yeah. Not really, we just keep it to ourselves and be uncomfortable.
My wrist been popping out. My wrist been popping like for like 7 months. And I'm like, it's gonna get better.
Hey, your shit, he like, your shit do this?
I'm like, fuck, man.
You start looking at your kids and thinking about the future, like, damn, I don't want to leave them like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least give me some time. So you gotta go get this shit.
Well, the thing is, a lot of times, unfortunately, people are leaving the earth. I hate to say too soon, but too soon because of things that they could have avoided, they could have foreseen. But people don't pay attention to stuff. Because like for a long time, I was like that. If I didn't get sick, it ain't that. What do I need to go to the doctor for?
Yeah, I was too.
I never used to get sick, but just knowing you got to go, just like anything else, for preventative care to do it beforehand. But that's just something you got to instill in yourself. Because we take our kids to the doctor because we have to too. A lot of people probably wouldn't take the kids to the doctor if they never got sick either. They'd be like, for what? But it's for something for sure.
Right. Yeah, man. But definitely, we're gonna keep doing that, man. We're gonna stick around here, so we ain't going nowhere for sure, for sure. But moving along,
Hold on, real quick, Tron. Hey, D, is your phone sitting in something like a cup or anything? Because that's why you have you on mute when we talk. Is feedback.
You on mute. Remember, he just said you're on mute.
sound
Oh
like she got headphones on though. Well, what was you saying?
no, I don't have my headphones on. You muted me.
Yeah, but your thing is in something. That's why it's echoing around the microphone.
Oh no, it's just in my covers. Like,
Do you have headphones?
yeah, I do.
Oh, you got them telemarketer headphones, huh?
She got one of them. She got that shit Ricky got. That
Shut the fuck
she got
up.
that trucker thing. And
Shut
shit.
the fuck up,
It's
Mark.
cool. It's cool now. See, like whatever you did, how you positioned your phone, wherever the sound can have an echo, wherever it can have an echo, you don't want the echo back into the phone. So how you position your phone, that it's working now.
She got that airplane pilot.
Yeah, I don't hear. I
Shut
don't
the
hear
fuck
that.
up, Marcus. Shut up.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't move and don't be farting under the covers because that's probably what it is the air from the fart that's going on.
I'm fine.
Yeah, but whatever it is, it's fine now.
Okay.
Okay, man, y'all want to touch on this, man? Chris Brown versus Quavo. What? How you say this nigga name, man?
Quavo.
It don't even matter how you say his name no more. He's toast. No,
So you on Chris Brown? You going
Chris
Chris
Brown
Brown?
80 months. Quavo.
I'll never be on
I
nobody's
never
team,
liked
bro.
the Migos anyway. I mean, no disrespect to them. I don't dislike them, but they wasn't my favorite group. I mean, they make some party songs and all that, but who really knows the lyrics? You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows what the fuck they be saying.
But rest in peace, Quincy.
But Chris Brown ate them niggas up though. Like that nigga was coming off like an actual battle rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was very aggressive.
Yeah, he was popping and doing shit in the studio. Popping.
It was like like stud aggressive though. Like
what do you mean? Stud like a stud woman?
He was like a tough stud, like nigga. Like it was. I mean, I didn't
why
get the.
Why you think? Because he a dancer, you don't take him serious?
Yeah,
like
probably so. I'm saying how I perceived it. It was just like, man, that she tough. Like she a problem.
Like a young man, hard as
rappers better than half the rappers out now.
Yeah, but he could rap though. I think he won. I think he did good. I think that shit was kind of nice.
I like Quavo's response though. I like Quavo's response too though.
It sounded kind of whack. The hardest thing he said was crackhead Michael Jackson. That was really the only thing I heard that actually made sense.
But it was true.
But it was true. But
I didn't care about the Rihanna. I didn't care about him with cocaine. I didn't care about him and old girl Usher. I didn't care about none of that.
But they both did the same thing though. Chris Brown was airing out whatever he knew. And Quavo did the same thing. I just like the beat and like it's like you can play that shit in the club.
So what's the hardest line?
We're talking about this. We're talking about this. You talking about the beat.
Yeah.
What's the hardest line from Chris Brown this then?
I think the hardest part is when he said you mad over a chick that I used to have, and I'm hitting the chick while you were still with her type shit. Whatever that line was. I think that was
the hardest. And when he said everybody wish you was dead.
Nah, that was fucked. I was like, damn, Chris.
I mean, but
I had to clench my pearls. I probably got.
You got pearls?
Yeah, nigga, that's pearls.
How much they cost?
Pearls are some of the hardest jewels. Nigga, don't judge. Men will pearls.
So that line overboard.
I said how much they cost.
Was that line overboard? Bringing up, I wish.
I think it was. I understood the diss of it, and he actually gave respect to the dead. He didn't diss him, so. For that reason, I don't think it was overboard, but it was just like, God damn.
Like, just wishing death on somebody, though.
Well, no, he just said, I wish it was you instead of him.
Nigga, that's what.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have thought it bad. I would have thought it bad if he dissed Offset or which one died?
So you don't even know.
No, I don't listen to Take Off. I'm saying, I would have thought it would have been wrong if he would have dissed him, but he actually gave him respect. Yeah. He said he was the hardest one, but they wish you was dead instead. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. But y'all know this beef been going on for the past 2 or 3 years, though, right?
I don't understand why none of these niggas got beef anyway. They all got money. All right, like what do they have to really argue about?
Women.
I think you know what?
They
You know
all
what?
pass
Well,
each other around.
Quavo,
All the women in the industry pass each other around anyway. Everybody in the
exactly.
industry right now got a kid that's a cousin to somebody else's kid or a brother or a sister. They're all
Damn,
related in that industry.
it's crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah, they
Yep,
all
you're
related.
right. You're right. They all
Especially-
passed around. Everybody date the
and all
same
them
person.
females pass around that them niggas is
But
fighting over.
I just got a different perspective on that. It's they saying like they passed around because they understand the lifestyle. You get with somebody regular, they're not gonna understand the lifestyle. They might be quicker to air you out.
Right.
Yeah, that too. It's more so about the status. They want to maintain the status. So once you get to this plateau, whether it's the money or the fame, they want to keep that plateau. That's what it is too. I mean, that lifestyle do come with a lot of shit too, for sure. But it's that status. But I mean, it's still nasty. However you look at it, like
There's a lot of regular girls look way better than some of these girls we see.
that's my point.
Yeah,
But
what's your opinion, dude? You
because
got
they
time
who they
in.
are, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they who they are, they fine. Because a lot of these niggas in the industry wouldn't have no play if they wasn't in the industry.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why I say you gotta have money because Lil Yachty, you a lot, boy. Lil Yachty,
that nigga's slow.
Bro, he young.
Kodak Black is ashy looking. Kodak Black looked ashy on that one picture. His hair and his skin was the same color. I'm like, come on, man, ain't nobody checking for him. Like Flavor of Love when he had his.
So y'all, so I'm just trying to get it straight. I don't think you answered. Was that you feel like that was too far, that line, or no?
No, I don't think it was too far. No.
Okay. Dia?
Yeah, listen, I ain't listening to none of this rap beef anymore. I'm
Okay.
You
Rena, what you think that line was too far?
Yeah, that line was too far.
I ain't listening to none of this rap beef anymore.
I don't wish death on nobody.
I think that they just doing it just.
But as far as just rap, like
hold on, can y'all hear each other? Because I don't know if y'all talking over each other. Can y'all hear Brina?
I can hear.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
I can
All right, I think y'all talking over each other. Just go ahead.
No,
Brina, can you watching the video?
Yeah,
okay.
but I can hear everything.
Okay.
But if she wanted to go, she can go.
Basically, yeah, Brina saying it was too far. Dia says she don't listen to none of this.
Yeah. I think it's too far, but as far as rap and just doing it for that, then it's like whatever. But in general, like it's too far.
But it ain't no limits to battle rap or
right to rap, yeah. But I mean, like on a personal world type level, yeah, it's too far.
Tupac said, "I hope all y'all kids don't grow."
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He told the nigga like,
is it Swatty or Sweetie?
Sweetie.
I
was saying that. I was repeating that line. I hope all your kids don't go. And I'm like, golly, that was a harsh line.
He told the nigga about his. He told the nigga about his sickness.
Fuck your pastor. Fuck your grandma. Fuck you. I was like, God damn.
But that's what I need. That's the beef I come from.
Don't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something?
Right.
Yeah, that
around with me. Around Caesar a heart attack.
He said the one little nigga was musty and shit. That was
Tupac. His talking was more disrespectful than the verse.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, golly.
But no. If you really go to like battle rapping, have you ever seen the one? He was like, "You a big body bitch."
That shit's funny, yeah.
Bro, there ain't no limits. When you battle rapping, ain't no limits.
Hey man, talk about that. Is nobody more disrespectful than Arsenal?
Oh man, I'll whip his ass.
Yeah, for real. That dude
I'll
is
whip
crazy.
Arsenal ass. I can't battle him. I already know we fight.
So it's okay to be disrespectful as in in the rap versus being a podcaster. Like what's that guy, the Charleston guy? And he was being disrespectful. That's
his whole point.
That's why he got all that money now, because he go above and beyond to be as rude and outlandish as he could be, so he could draw you in, so he could tell you some real shit, some political shit and all that. But his gimmick is to get you in by being an asshole.
That's a great segue to one of the topics. If you want to just skip to that one real quick.
That's what get him his interviews too. Which one are you talking about?
Do we?
So that's what these rappers is doing.
As a culture.
Okay.
Selective morality.
Well, yeah. So we can go there. So, which he kind of touched on that, I think, with what he was talking about. And Charleston White, speaking on when he was saying we kind of, I didn't finish the example right here. It ran out of words, but he was saying we kind of condemn him. We condemn like when Kevin Samuels died, a lot of people was celebrating his death, like women and men, you know, and mostly, but I'm just saying women and men. Sometimes we don't like to hear what's the truth sometimes, or we don't want to be how they say read or something or told, you know, things that we don't want to hear. We rather so when he died, it was like people celebrated. Some people celebrated, wrote negative things online and stuff like that. But a lot of times people forget he did that against men and women. If you was a man and coming over there, he told you the truth too. So he didn't. It wasn't one sided. I think the ones that got shared and more women probably came to his platform, and he didn't really go looking for them. They came to him, and he just told them. You know what I mean? But that's to say, like Charleston White was saying, he's saying we condemn. I mean, we want to condemn them, but these rappers, hip hop culture, this has been plaguing our culture for a long time, from Snoop to when we grew up on down. You know what I mean? 50 Cent, he had that song, Heat made me want to go kill a nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wanted to go kill a nigga. Many Men made me feel like niggas was looking for me. I had enemies. You know what I mean? I thought niggas was, I mean, I felt like I got shot. You know what I mean? I'm like, what these niggas at? So I'm just saying, you know, and I feel like, honestly, probably unpopular opinion or popular opinion. I remember who said it? One of the DJs from Hot 97, what's his name? Ebro was like 50 Cent messed up hip hop. I think what 50 Cent did is he brought that culture from that gangster culture from, I think he started kind of drill rap and all that because these kids wanted emulated him and wanted to be like him. You know what I mean? And that's truth be told, because he was the realest thing that people saw. The one thing about 50, you could never say he wasn't who he was. Everybody believed him. Other rappers, we didn't really believe. But we believe 50 was really what he was, and he had a lot of people that come vouch for him. You know
even the people that didn't like him vouch for him.
Yeah, vouch for him. They was like, nah, he is who he is. We just don't like him. You know what I mean? So
that's because he was straightforward too. He actually, like Pac, he said your name in the like,
right. So
he said who he was doing it to with at whatever. So
but also as well respected he is, I feel like he did start something that we don't like to talk about. That's people wanted to be who they said they was, and they start going out and actually doing these things. And now they spread it to actually hip hop, where they start talking about these things. And King Von running around killing people, all these people running around actually doing these things because they wanted to actually be who they was. They wanted to have these reputations. The reputation now is to have a body. You got to have a body now. You know what I mean? And as far as even reality TV shows, how they show us and depict us in those reality TV shows, it just looks bad. And I feel like that's what he's basically saying is we have all these hip hop artists that's rapping about these things. We have reality TV shows. All these things show us in a negative light, but we turn a blind eye to it. We don't challenge it. It's not popular because we know that's not a train everybody's going to hop on. So we hop on the other train. It's easier to criticize a Charleston White, a Kevin Samuels and stuff like that, or things that's not popular. But you have things every day that's going on that we should right in front of our faces. I.e. Sexy Red and Sukianas and all this music stuff is really not good for us as a culture, but we accept it. You know what I mean? So are we like selective? Like, do we have selective morality like when it comes to that?
Yeah, we do.
I think it's become that because I mean, even now, like certain things you can't say on air because you'll get canceled, or you can't talk about certain groups or certain things. You know, like the LGBTQ XYZ. You can't mention certain things like that, but you could talk about Sexy Red, or they could openly say stuff or do stuff like the whole issue about her going to the elementary school or wanting to go to elementary school. It's like it's so many things you could point the finger at, but you get condemned to do it. You know, but if you overlook it, they overlook you. So I don't know. It's hard to be open about your true feelings nowadays. I mean, I don't care. I'll voice mine, but I mean, you know, it's hard to be openly suggestive with certain things because everybody want to damn you for your beliefs, and they say, "Well, what about when you did this or you did that?" So it's hard to.
It's true though. It's true though. A lot of things a lot of music, a lot of people we loved had some of the worst lyrics ever, demeaning women, you know, from top to bottom, and we rock to it. we rock to it, you know. So
yeah,
now
that started
we
back way in like the 60s and the 50s, 60s.
Yeah, it was before that
yeah,
too. You know what
man,
I'm
that
saying?
shit came from that. That's been like that forever. But you know what the craziest part about that is?
Hold on, because I want to look. This is what I want to do too today, especially since there's less of us on here. I want to kind of go in order, like so. Since we on the top right here, we can go in order and make sure everybody get they get to talk and they points across. Alan, was you done with your
Yeah. I just said everybody that we love, we rock to, and they said some of the most disrespectful shit that we probably some of the worst shit than today. If you want to be honest,
right? Oh,
Yeah, well, I can piggyback over Alan. I think the worst shit you can say be the most popular shit. But when Nas came out with that one song, "Uplifting Kids," that didn't go number one. That didn't go number two. That wasn't even in the top 10 on the Billboard. But as soon as he cussed out Jay-Z, that was number one for how long? Ethan? When his negativity is always gonna get shined. It gets shined on. All the positivity is never gonna be there. But at the end of the day, it's like when you want to raise your kids, it's don't let them listen to this, don't let them listen to that. But and I've seen this, with parents, we said we don't let them listen to it, but guess what? As soon as they get in the car, we listen to what we want to listen to. We listen to what we want to listen to, and the morality of it is honestly, it's a generational thing. Excuse me. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Every generation is different. Every generation is going to say what's new they don't like and what's old is better.
It's just Alex said exploitation is at an all-time high in Black culture. Yeah, and they making money off of it too, and they pushing it because honestly, we the ones that's buying it, but we the ones that's we love this stuff. We love it as ignorant
Well, you know
as it
what?
is.
It's not even loving it because what it is we push it out, but all other cultures cultivate to it. It make it more. Excuse me, I apologize. It make it more of a culture for their culture, like Chinese people, the Japanese people. With them, like even like some of the new rap that they have, even some of the new designs or whatever else they have, even some of the beef that we have, they take it on with themselves. Have you heard because I be on TikTok a lot, like these Chinese people they started to do our lyrics and rap for just in Chinese,
You're right.
or even Afghanistan or Pakistan. I was trying to listen to some of their raps. They take some of Tupac's lyrics and put it in their raps. It just we just feel like we're the standard, but everybody else pushed the envelope.
Right.
I mean, that's only true because of the people that pay for. I hate to say us, but the people who actually run like the music business, the music industry, and all that, they pay to have our people or people like us to be out there and be fools, so everyone else can monitor it and look at it and see it and all that. I mean, like somebody had posted a thing about Sexy Red before the fame, how bland she was, how pretty and natural she was. She wasn't rapping about sexy stuff. She didn't have all them tattoos and all that. That became a person that they created. Just like what's that stupid dude named Blueface? Blueface wasn't covered in tattoos and gang banged out and all that. Just a year or two before
he was a girl.
Huh?
Krishan before she
Krishan came into the film. I'm talking about like actual Blueface. Like that whole character is a character. Like they created that to be like that. No, I know, but Krishan, that's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about like this nigga covered in tattoos. She got that on the way, like steps into it. I'm talking about him entirely is a fake thing. Like they created this to be Blueface. He was just a regular.
You know what? Let me piggyback off of that. I was listening to the baby the other day, and I was on TikTok. He was like, it was a rapper who hit him up just to want to have a start beef. Like, come on, because it's gonna bring them attention and bring more money to their pockets. Even though they cool, it was like let's make up a beef.
Like, bottom line is the record labels, they push more money to these kind of artists, but it's ultimately that's us. They put money behind it. And anything they push, like it's just like TV. If they keep putting it in your face, you might not like the song, but eventually, if you keep hearing it, you program to start liking it. So these artists, like you program. When I first heard "Sexy Red," I didn't like it, but as I started listening to it, some of the songs, it's like, okay, she all right, but it's like they've been keep pushing it on you to where you might find one of the songs that you rock with. I mean, not that you rock with, you wouldn't want your kids listen to it, but you kind of start getting used to it. And I think that's what she was saying. We're conditioned to it, but yeah, go ahead, because we didn't let you answer. Do you want to touch on this?
I don't like sexy red. I don't like Suki. I don't like any of these new. I just don't feel like they invest their time in it. I feel like somebody write that shit for them.
They do.
That's it.
Yeah, it is. Question. I got a question. Did you like Trina? Did you like Foxy Brown back in the day?
Good question. Good question.
You said what? What was that?
Did you like Trina? Foxy?
Oh yeah. I like.
But they first
I like Foxy Brown. I like them. I liked all of them. But
okay, so my question. So the question I have is not the bum.
I just feel like
the question I have is, what is the difference between them and Sexy Red?
It's a big difference, actually.
Hold on,
I don't know the difference.
No, I'm just saying I don't care for Sexy Red. I don't care for Sukiana. I just feel like even when like
I want to say, why is that?
Or Foxy Brown or any of them was talking about like sexual activities, like it wasn't so like I don't know.
Trina's first song was with Luke. I mean, not Luke, but Trina's first song with Trick Daddy, fucking on her friends.
Yeah, be lying.
Yeah. No, you know what the difference is, though?
You didn't listen to none of her educational songs.
Yeah. No, a bigger difference.
That ain't why you like them.
A bigger difference with them back then is it wasn't openly spread on like the regular radio. Like you couldn't hear my booty hole brown on the radio back in the day. We could hear nothing like that. Remember, if you heard something close to a cuss word on the radio, you was like, they just cussed on the radio or on TV. Like the first time I heard a cuss word on regular TV, I was like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Playing my booty hole brown on the radio? I don't think
it ain't just social media. I'm talking about regular radio. They actually say
but who controls the regular radio?
I know, but listen. I'm asking the question of what you're saying. That's the difference.
Go ahead.
They will play it, but
that's the difference between those two genres, because it was similar, but one of them was more open and vulgar, just openly. The other one, you had to buy a CD to hear that. You couldn't just listen to regular Saturday morning radio and hear it. They didn't play it on the radio like that.
They had singles.
It was blurted out. Yeah, they had singles. Now you can just play it. You can just hear it.
Yeah.
And it's way more raunchy and ratchet. Not that it wasn't dirty and sexy then, but now it's just like eat my booty on
the more because you see it.
But to your point, a lot of people gave Kendrick flack for "To Pimp a Butterfly," and this is exactly what it is. He got a song on there called "For Sale," and it's like the record labels, like you said, is pimping the artist. Put this out there, put this out there. We're giving you all this money. So that's what Drake is going through right now. That little, that big contract he signed. And that's why he got to keep touring and stuff like that.
And I know another topic that we're on, but my question is: so is that why Master P was better off than the majority of these people because he was able to put his own content out?
I mean, of course, yes, his deal was way different, but he still put out it was teeter-totter with him. It was 50-50. Like, he'll put out stories of the projects and his lifestyle, but he'll also put out positive stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
we go to the next topic because we can be on this all day.
Yeah, it's a lot with that. But anyway, that's why we got to teach our kids and stuff like that and everything like that. But we can't be selective. I think with our culture, we do be selective. Just to touch on that a little bit, we do be selective, and we gotta be the same way across the board. If some of this stuff is not cool, it's not cool. You know what I mean?
But but it depends on if you're still listening to it to this day, because people grow and they don't have the tolerance for those type of songs.
But we might not have a tolerance to that song. But let us be in a club and Black P come on from DJ Quick. I mean, like certain songs back in the days, we still like, oh, this our And it wasn't cool, but if it come on, it's like, you know what I mean? And the same thing probably with our parents, with like Marcus was saying, some of the old songs, what they used to talk about and say, it's like, you know,
and that's not
it was suggestive. It was almost like talking in code. Because I didn't know what I'd be stroking meant back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But
I stroke it to the
yeah, man, but you know, I think the biggest difference was the separation we had from regular radio and media and what we have now. Because before, you know, even to hear Sugar Free, you had to have a CD or a cassette. You couldn't just hear that on the radio.
Right.
You know,
we found our way to it though.
That's what I'm saying. No, I mean, it's not that we didn't, but it wasn't as openly just.
It's too accessible now.
Yeah, now you can just click on the thing.
Yeah.
They even make songs to like nursery style songs and with hip hop.
Oh, bro, hey, you hear the SpongeBob one? You hear the SpongeBob song? It's Afro beat now.
Yeah.
The problem is though, also we as parents, we put our kids on one plan. It's like everything is different now. And then like my kids, everybody is on my Spotify. I share Spotify. So they have access to all the music. And they can my kids in there, oh, King Von and my favorite rapper is this person and this person. It's like you don't even know these people. Like, no man, and they, you know, they on YouTube and they finding out about these people. They're looking up their backstories and their YouTube things and Playboy Cardis and all these people. I'm like, who is what are y'all? I mean, like, you know,
we the parents are like, who is this? Yeah, who's this gibberish you're listening to?
All right.
Although we're comparing back in the day to now, I'm very pleased that my kids are not listening to anything today's music.
Right.
They're listening to, you know, old R&B, you know, Ice Cube and stuff like that. So
hey, as soon as they get to college, they're gonna be like, fuck that
bitch. So who's listening to Ice Cube?
They all do. They listen to Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and my oldest was listening to Bone Thugs the other day.
Oh, golly.
Okay. Anybody know Bone Thugs is one of my favorite groups, man.
Oh, you didn't. That's
hey,
your.
Hey, that was funny to me. They tried to compare the Migos and Bone Thugs. I said,
come on, man.
I got hell no. The Migos suck. But I'll tell you something about Bone Thugs off the air. Not the Bone Thugs exactly, but I'll tell you later.
All right.
Okay. Next topic, man. We going to dinner. We had a dinner party. You had a birthday dinner party. You get there, you know. You buy some, you don't eat, you don't you know, you get an appetizer, maybe a water, whatever. Bill come out to $800. Are you giving $100 or are you just paying for what you paid for?
100.
You giving 100?
Yeah.
100?
I don't know. It depends. If I go out to eat with y'all and I order some chicken fingers that cost $11 and a soda, I don't even drink alcohol. So I ordered some chicken finger soda. I'm not paying $100 because everybody had lobster and steak and all that other stuff. I think that's unfair to the other people because if I wanted to spend that kind of money, I would have bought that kind of meal. You know what I'm saying? It's not about who got the money and who don't, but
right.
I think that's taking advantage of other people if you splurge and buying a bunch of, you know, bottomless mimosas and all this other shit people be doing and then expect everybody else to pay more of your bill than not. I think that's
how many people were at the dinner party?
Yeah,
that's what I'm about to say. Okay, so let's say
it could be 8 people and $800. That's $100 a piece. But what if three of the people only spent $40? That's not fair.
No, let's say it's 8 couples. It's 8 couples. That mean what's that? 8 couples, $800. Yeah, $50. No. Let's say it's
$100 a couple.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus, you pay for the ambiance, Marcus.
No, 8 couples, $100 a couple, but you guys only ordered $20, $30, $40 worth of food. You giving $100. You giving $100? Nope.
I mean, I'm not the type to be like split the bill either, but it got to be realistic. I'm not about to pay.
It's just $60 more. Like you are chicken.
Hey, listen, if I spent $120, if I spent $150 myself, I would be expecting to put down at least $175, $180 myself because I spent $150. So that's cool. But if I spent $150, I wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna just throw this $100 down," and I expect someone else to cover my difference. Because that's basically what they're doing. They know they spent $150, so they should be paying at least what. Even if you're not saying we don't have to split it equally. If you know your shit costs more than $120, you should be automatically paying a little more anyway.
This question is for you, though. Not for them, though.
Huh?
It's for you. You had to.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I'm the person, if I spent that in that genre of money, whether over $100, around $100 or something, yeah, no problem. But if I spent $20 or $30, I think
the question is though. The question is, if you had a dinner party, the bill was $800.
I totally agree with you. I do agree with you, Marcus. But for the most part, when we're going out to eat, I know I'm gonna spend some money. So if it comes out to that, and my bill is like $60-$70, yeah, man, just give me.
If my bill is $60-$70, I'm gonna drop the $100. If my bill is $60-$70, I'm gonna drop the $100 because that's a tip. I'm talking about if my bill is $20, I'm not spending $100. It's not happening.
I got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's a far-fetched difference compared. But if it's there,
that's why I like.
But that's a birthday gift.
Huh?
That's a birthday gift. It's a birthday gift.
I wouldn't give a fuck whose birthday it was. They ain't spend no money on me. But no, I mean, I just think it's just messed up because a lot of times, and I think it's messed up because, like, some of us are blessed to have an abundance of funds, where we can go out and spend whatever we want. Some of us can, some of us can't, right? But I think it's messed up if someone wants to go and spend the time with everybody and the camaraderie, and they know, okay, I got I don't have the money to really go out, so I'm gonna stay around my $50 or less, so I can throw my $50 in. But I'm expected to pay $100, and I only bought $20-$30 worth of stuff. Like I would imagine $50 would suffice if you look at it and see, okay, he spent about $25. I mean, I never really had that problem going out with people, but if I did,
that was my next thing. You got to know who you're going out with.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm grateful.
Because I know, like, when we
just gonna pay it, but if people put you in that position, though, I don't think you should feel obligated. And the first thing people say, I mean, if you broke, just say that. Half the time they be the one that spent $150 trying to pay $100. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna spend this.
I definitely feel like it's like if you go, it depends on who you going with. Your group, and I feel comfortable with my group. Like when we go to dinner party, birthday dinners and stuff, like we gonna pay that $100 plus our tip. If our bill is $67, we gonna pay that $100 plus our tip. But if I'm going on a brunch or a dinner date with my friend for her birthday, and then it's happen to be her other friends there, oh no, baby, I'm paying for my food and I'm paying for her food. I'm not paying for these people that I don't know. And I don't care if anybody be like, oh, just say you broke. Okay, that's fine.
Man, look, I'm gonna pull out that whole stack and peel off.
But I got one thing to say though. It's two things to mind. Like the first one was Sabrina said. If I know it's a brunch and I don't really know a whole lot of people there, I'm pulling the waiter to the side and we're doing my own order. Hey, this is my bill. Yeah. But I know if it's like all of us going like who on the podcast right now, I put in 100 even if it was 20.
Well, yeah, but that's just us. Though. It's different with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because I know when we go out, we all eat off of people's plates. And do you want this? You want to taste that? Or hey, let's try this drink. Let's try this steak.
Right. That's different. Yeah. But I mean, I can vouch for even when back when niggas was a lot younger. I remember going out with certain homies whose names I won't mention. And them niggas used to get stomach aches right around the time the bill would come and walk off. They go to the bathroom. Another nigga his phone used to always ring. Right around the time he had to go outside and shit. Right when the bill came, I used to be like, for a nigga who phone don't ring all day, it sure do start to ring right around bill time.
But I'm also with Jackson too. Like I'll just pay it. Like get one of the credit cards, just pay it, and we'll figure that out later if y'all want to, give me something later. But I'll just pay it. If we go
one thing I can't stand is arguing over a bill at the table. Like
right,
I
don't
like that. I don't like that.
That's tacky.
Or pulling out a calculator.
I'm just telling this what it is. But luckily I've never been in that position. One position happened in though where we was all out, and there was some females there. Like some females was like, "Oh yeah, we gonna sit with y'all," and they was trying to get that free meal. And I'm like, "Man, none of these hoes."
Now I will say some people like to order like 5 or 6 drinks and then come. But I don't like arguing over drinks either. I'll rather pay it and then y'all just cash at me And then if I get it, whatever I get. It's like I expect people to be reasonable and know what they're saying, but it's like I definitely don't like us sitting at the table arguing over stuff.
That's tacky.
But like I said, just a group of people you go with. Like Brian said, it depends on who you going. If you go with people you really don't know, like I stated, I'm pulling the waiter to the side. But if I do know you, I mean, like I said, we went out. What was the most expensive stuff we went? PCH, right? And I think everybody's bill was like $300. We just shipped it in and like, hey, it is what it is. But it just depends on who you go out with.
All right. Okay, so
y'all remember this shit the next time we go out too.
We'll be in
How do you feel about?
I'm gonna let Al pay. He got it.
So how do y'all feel about tipping? This is just by yourself. How do y'all feel about tipping? Are you a generous tipper, stingy tipper? How do you feel about tipping in general?
Depends on the service.
I'm a big tipper.
I'm big on service.
Okay. Let's start with you, Dia. Let's go the other way around. What you mean by a big tipper?
I'm a big tipper. So if you're a good like waitress or hostess or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna tip you.
The big what? Wait, hold on.
I'm talking about like $30, $40.
Depending
on
wait, Dia. Go continue.
Let her talk, man. Let her talk.
Continue.
No, because you said waitress, not waitress or waiter. You said waitress. You joined
or a hostess. Like
no, I know. You had joined the two, and Antron, he catch crazy shit. So, but go ahead.
Just don't say it again, because I'm gonna catch it again.
I heard what she said.
Or a hostess, like I'm going.
I said, don't say it again, God.
Whatever.
Shut up. Go ahead. Just start at hostess. Hostess.
Let's go with that. Okay. Anyway, if you're like if you're good at what you're doing and you're paying attention to us, I'm gonna make sure you get tipped big. But there was a situation. It was like we went to DC last week, and when I tell you, like, the motherfucker was horrific, I was like, don't tip that motherfucker at all. But at the same time, he didn't get no big tip. But at the same time, like, I'm into that. Not only because my husband's in the food industry, like, and he also believes in, tipping big. So, yeah.
So what's the big tip?
Can I ask you a question, though? Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead. And try to ask you a question.
No, what was the biggest tip you ever gave?
It was like $30.
Oh, I forgot y'all in the country.
It was only of us. Our bill was only like, and our bill was only like $60-something. And
yeah, but you was talking big shit like
because I broke that motherfucker down.
I put a speedo on that bitch.
Yeah, because I changed this bitch's life.
Okay? California is high as fuck, so that's like our record.
Nah, yeah, that's why he like that nigga was like that. That was that normal and shit. She was like, cause I send bitches home happy. No,
she ain't like she was paying for OnlyFans or something.
Nah, you know what? Do you think? Question though, and I don't know, but do you think your husband feels so attracted to tipping because he's in the industry, so he understands that part of it? Because me personally, I feel like tips are extra. Tips are deserved by the people who put the work in for
this
that.
Ain't your turn, nigga. You trying to take your turn. You gotta go.
What? I was responding what she said. Yeah, I can't hold this in here. It ain't gonna come out right later. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
But I feel like a lot of people in those industries, like in Vegas, it's a big tipping place because everything is, in hospitality and all that shit. So everybody feel like you got a tip, but everybody don't deserve a tip. So it's like, I feel like you get a tip based on how you work. Because even like guys that work for me, I heard them say, you think they're going to tip us? You think they're going to tip us? And I'm like, whoa, you can't ask someone for a tip. They give you a tip based on your service. So if you did good enough and they feel like you did good enough, they give it to you. But if they don't, it don't mean you didn't do good either. It just means they didn't tip you. Or they didn't feel the extra oomph to give you a tip. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it should be wrong either way. But people whose jobs thrive and strive on tips that help part of their payment, I think that's just fucked up for the industry they're in, because a lot of them get paid less because they know they make so much in tips, and that's not fair to the employee. They should get paid what they get paid, and then the tips are extra.
And that's what he says all the time, is because his employees, like, sometimes they don't get tipped, and so they're making close to minimum wage, and so he's like, the tips help.
Right.
And I said, I understand.
And I think that's why people push them so much, but I think tips are supposed to be just what they are, extra. It's not supposed to be your income. It's supposed to be above your income or above it, like a bonus almost.
Okay, fellas, other fellas.
Yeah, I'm giving a nice tip. Like I said, depend on the service. I don't have no problem with saying no or telling your service was shitty.
Oh, you would say that?
If it was really bad, yeah.
They said you said that. Hell yeah, I said that. What's a nice really tip to you? Like, what's a good tip? So you got a $60 bill.
$60. Go up to 80, 85.
The tip is 85, or you go up to 80?
No, we give like $30. $30.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 20, 30.
Yeah, I'm about to say where 85 coming in.
Yeah.
Do you think $5?
It depends on the amount of people. Honestly, if you got a lot of people, yeah, it can go way above.
Yeah.
It's going by gratuity type shit. We might be at $100 type shit, but
Michelle, she like doing $10. I'm the one like, come on, let's give it a little bit more.
Right, that's not me. Like, get that other $5 back. Like,
yeah, for real.
No, for real.
Michelle, like, I'm
a generous ticker, but then
women are the worst.
Listen, it depends. Like, if your attitude got to be good, and then the food got to be good, and it's gonna get a tip. But if it ain't, you getting this hot $10.
$10 is crazy now. I think nowadays $5 is crazy, really crazy. But what you
have you ever seen them look at you crazy when you give them $5 or $10?
They walk away. They walk away fast.
They leave it on the table. They don't even pick that shit up until after you leave it.
But now my take on it is like the way things are. It's all on the service. Because I know I went to Waffle Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles down over here by LAX. Service was horrible. I ain't leave nothing. I ain't leave no tip. I ain't say thank you. I just ate the food they gave me.
Now,
huh?
No, go ahead. I was gonna say that's the thing too. Go ahead, but finish your point.
It was just how they went by it. It's like we had to wait for it. We had what did it?
Her wall or something probably fell.
I see something crash. That's
Oh, Brenda added in.
But no, it was just all over the service because it was like they were trying to fix everything, and we had to wait an extra 25 minutes to even get our food. And then they even put our order in, and it was like, oh, I forgot to put the order in, and then we put the order in. Yeah, so yeah. Max I do is 25.
I was gonna ask that. Have you ever just walked out and not tipped? Has the service been that bad? You like,
most definitely
nothing.
Or I just ain't had no money and said, fuck it. That's all they got. I ain't about to use the card. I got $27. My shit was $26.92. And hey, and then look at you, like, all right. I try to walk away from the table fast so they think it's something on the table so I can get out of there before they see me and shit. But hell yeah, I didn't walk out without tipping before. Sometimes you just ain't got it. I might need some gas on the way home. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Most definitely.
Right. I had another question. I forgot what the next question was with that. But okay, yeah, man. It's all about the service. I think, man, the customer service. You go in some of these spots, they terrible. They terrible. But Dia, you okay?
Yeah, I had to check on my baby.
Okay.
I see your phone move fast. That's not the door again.
You said what?
Nothing.
Just tip base on the place you eat at. Tip base on the place. What's base? All depends.
If I eat at somewhere that's a $100, $200 restaurant, that don't mean they're gonna get $100 or $200 tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I'm not about to pay for my food twice.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay based on service, but it's gonna be realistic. But like you said, if it's multiple people at the table with us, of course we should leave a a decent $10 a piece from 5 people. That's $50. That's a tip for somebody.
You know what's funny to me? Have you ever thought about it like this when you pay a tip, or when you go to a restaurant? You think about how much like a chicken dinner costs $26, right? But think about how much that waiter get paid.
What the fuck that got to do with me?
That has nothing to do with you. I'm just saying.
One thing I don't think about at all in any place I go to is how much the people get paid because they choose to work there, and that's no offense to anybody in any field.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not a choice.
Man, listen. There's nobody on the planet. I won't say on the planet, but there's nobody living in a free world who doesn't choose where they work. Everybody chooses to go to work, whether you're in a strawberry farm or you work in the sewer or the trash man, the dump, whatever you do, it's a choice. You may not like the job you have, but you wake up and go to work, so that's on you. So if you only
before you get deep in that, that's not what I meant. Maybe what I was talking about was now because they raised minimum wage up to $20. So one dude, he was like, remember minimum wage when you get two? He was like, you get two Big Macs, and that's what somebody got paid. 2 Big Macs. You think about it like that. I'm like, nah, I can't.
That's what they get now. They get 2 Big Macs cost $20 now.
I know.
I mean, but see, the thing about it, even with the cost of living, when they give a cost of living increase, they also raise the economy. So it's not like you're really getting anything. It just shows you on paper that you make more money, but you got to spend more money too.
So it all levels out.
That shit is stupid. Yeah, it just levels out. They never really give us anything.
You never get ahead.
When they say they raise it, you might see he's on $1 difference in the long run, but it's not.
Yeah, you ever ran out of a restaurant, dear?
You said what?
You ever ran out of a restaurant?
She ran out with us back in the day, remember?
Mm-mm.
She was there.
I never ran out.
You were running?
You ain't never ran out of the restaurant.
Yeah, you ever ran out?
Ran out.
Don't start acting all funny like that.
Like you didn't live in the country all your life. We was with you in Long Beach. Yes, you did.
I know you don't live. You ain't where you from, but I know you ain't living where you from. But have you ever ran out of a restaurant?
Have you ever dined and dashed? Is the question.
No.
Yes, you have.
When?
I was with you when you did it.
When did we do that? When?
I don't think we used to go to restaurants back then. We used to go to hamburger stands.
Weiss and Moody was there too.
Nah, that was not me. That was y'all.
Nah, that was you.
First of all, First of all, if I was with Bird, then I was with you. So
I love standing out.
Because remember, because my baby mama was pregnant with my first daughter, and she fell trying to run to the car.
Yeah, Dia wasn't there that day.
No. This was
I wasn't either, but Dia.
She wasn't there that day. She was there with us in Long Beach when we ran out of Long Beach.
I guarantee you, I was not.
I promise you was. No. But the thing is, you didn't run out. You didn't run out. You went to go get in the car because you had to get in the back seat. I was right in the back seat, and we ran out. Y'all just thought.
Okay, so did I know y'all?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were with us. No, you didn't know.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
But the dude over there and with the that nigga ran out. He orchestrated the shit.
She said, "But then I know that means you ran out."
You was in
all right. I don't know if this was a story, man. Did y'all hear about the 10-year-old that confessed to murder when he was 7?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. He was 10 years old. He was at a school.
You got a video?
He threatened the kid. He threatened the kid at school, and he talked about, doing something at the school. And then when he started talking to the school, he confessed to a murder he did when he was 7. So luckily, he was serious. Basically, he basically I killed once, I kill again. I'll play the video for y'all, but I have a question with this for you guys. Like,
why are you talking like that?
For me?
Yeah.
What I'm talking like, nigga?
Texas boy confessed to a killing that happened 2 years ago after he was questioned during a separate investigation at his school. That confession launched an investigation by the Gonzales County Sheriff's Office. Sarah Duran from our sister station in San Antonio has the story.
Yeah, so a week ago, the child suspect allegedly threatened to kill another student on the school bus. And when school officials asked why, he then confessed to the murder from 2 years ago. And that launched an investigation by the Gonzales County Sheriff's Office. When interviewed by deputies, the kid was able to describe in detail how he killed Brandon O'Quinn Raspberry, who is pictured here. According to investigators, the child's grandfather lived at the same RV park as the victim, and on the day of the murder, the then 7-year-old boy got a pistol from the glove box of his grandfather's truck, then went to the victim's RV where he shot Raspberry while he was sleeping. The child told investigators he didn't know the victim and had no
A 10-year-old Texas boy.
Yeah, basically, he went and got the gun and shot the man. So, yeah, at 7 he did this. So let me ask you this: this is God forbid, this is your kid, because the family, they like, damn, that's messed up. Now he's not going to be charged with this murder, even though he did it and confessed to it. He's going to get charged for what he did at the school, but not for the murder. Now, this is if as a kid, I mean, God forbid something happened to one of your family members, would you want this kid to go to jail, or would you want him to get some help?
Get some help. Go to a mental institution.
Anytime that you premeditate something.
Yeah, but you can't premeditate something as a child. You don't even think. You're not a rational thinker. So it said in the end, right where it cut off, he said that he didn't even know the man. So it sounded like he probably just I got a gun. I'm about to go see if I can shoot somebody because it probably sounds fun, like a video game or something. I would imagine he didn't have the sense to be like, man, I'm just about to go kill some people. I doubt that's what it was happening. They don't even realize how real death is at 7.
No, but you wouldn't go grab a gun at your grandfather's car to go walk to the trailer park to shoot the dude, shoot the little boy while asleep. Then go put the gun back. Then they'll say nothing about it for 3 years later.
I don't know where they put it back, but he was 7 though. 7 years old. I don't know nothing about murdering and killing. So I would imagine he wasn't in his right. He wasn't mature enough to make a decision.
Or is it something that he like, or he thought it was off of Grand Theft Auto? He seen it on Grand Theft Auto. And said,
that's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
2 years later, he said, "I'll do it again."
Well, yeah, 2 years later, he said, "Well, I shot somebody before. I got to shoot him again." And then it came out, but that just shows his immaturity. Wouldn't nobody say that if they was mature enough to understand what they did?
Ain't no maturity in kids.
I feel like his family knew that. I feel like his granddad knew that it was a cover up. Can't no 7-year-old keep that a secret. They just not wired like that to keep that a secret for 3 years. I feel like that his family, they found out and covered it up, and then he came out and told on himself, like, hey, y'all do it again type stuff.
Do you really think that the family believe, like I said, like a 7-year-old, like your 7-year-old, I killed somebody?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure when that happened, they kind of put two and two together. Yeah, like when it was a murder on the thing, they don't know who did it. Then he came and said, I did it. They probably found out what kind of bullet.
The gun was fired.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So would you guys
why would you leave your gun out? Like
it was in his glove box.
In granddad glove box.
In the country, that's what they do. They doing regular stuff like that. He probably taught his grandson how to shoot. That's what they do.
What state was this in?
I didn't even see what
it was
state.
Somewhere far.
Sure, in the South where the whites is.
I said somewhere far. That sounds stupid as shit.
But
I was about to say in Asia, right?
But if they killed your loved one, would you want them to go to jail or get help?
Get help. They're a child.
Kid.
Yeah, if it's a 10-year-old, you can't. I mean, help. Ain't no jail. So jail.
Lock that thug up. I'm just.
No, the crazy part though, if he was a little black boy, and I hate to go that route, but if he was a black boy, he'd be getting charged for that murder. They're gonna say that he probably was taught by his other thug family members how to use a gun, and then they would have been trying to try the grandfather. They would have been trying to do everything and throw the book at him, just like they did other little kids who have done stuff. And these white kids, even white adults, they get therapy. Not saying they don't need it, but
it'd be rare cases like the young lady that the black young lady that smothered her child with a pillow because she was off meth. And I don't know if y'all seen that, and the judge let her go.
Let her go.
And that was surprising.
I sent it to you.
Right. That was surprising that he let her go.
Because isn't that neglect? Isn't that neglect?
Hold on, y'all talking at the same time. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, wasn't that neglect?
No, she killed her. She put the pillow over her.
No. But no, they said she was intoxicated or some shit like that.
She was on meth, but she covered her face with the pillow.
Yeah, but did you see the white lady who had the children in was it a nursery or daycare, and she hung them in her closet, and they gave her what do you call it, house arrest, and she has to go to like mental therapy classes, and saying she didn't go to jail at all. And then the lady who threw her kids in the river or something. I mean, they got a lot of crazy people that happen, but usually the white people get let off. Not saying all of them, but a lot of them do for like heinous shit. But then, they don't be so easy to let off stuff. But I saw something today. I'm sure it happened a while back, but it was a lady that had her son in a trash can in her house for like several months, and he was in a trash can. And she kept saying that the ex-husband's girlfriend made it up that she didn't have a son. And she had daughters, and the police figured it out, and they came to her house, and there was a metal trash can with a lid on it, and the boy was in the trash can. She was saying she didn't even have no son.
That was when she said he accidentally shot himself.
He accidentally shot himself.
And the kid said it too, like, "Oh, my brother accidentally shot himself."
Yeah, but she was saying she didn't even know that she don't have a son.
I think they only gave her like 2 years though.
That's some. How do you live in a house with your dead kid in
they
a
gave
trash?
her like 2 years.
That's bananas. And then lied and said she never had a son named, what's his name, Isaiah or Ezekiel or some shit.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
She was still collecting funds on him and everything.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, that happened. I just, things like that is just crazy, but I just I like to pick people's brains and see what would you really want? Because nobody knows. I'm sure they didn't know that boy would do nothing like that, but you got to be careful, Yeah. Next segment, I wanted to ask you guys. Oh, did you have anything else? Oh?
No, you good. Go ahead.
So, do y'all look down upon girls that have OnlyFans?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Main reason is, I don't look down on them. I just don't be bothered with them. I know, like 3 or 4 people who got OnlyFans.
So you would judge them. So you would never date one?
No, I would never date one.
Okay.
Main reason, it's just like I said, it's just what you look. To date, no, because it's what you look for in a woman. What if she can be cool and everything else, but it's like if you know that person and everything she's done, you always gonna have that in the back of your mind. On, you know what I mean?
And
maybe reason it's funny. I was reading some on the net to where it was a nurse. She was on OnlyFans. The hospital found out she was on OnlyFans, and she was only been working there 3 days, and they let her go. It's just your reputation. They don't want to have the same reputation as that, or you know what I mean? Like this is what we have.
Okay, Dia.
What's the question to me?
Do you do OnlyFans? Do you look down upon girls that do OnlyFans?
Like I like living a little bit too much. Go ahead.
Her husband ain't having it.
He's gonna kill you.
What if he said let's do it together?
I think you could get paid if you put your forehead on there and just rub it across the screen.
I probably could.
If you just rub it across the screen, you gonna get paid.
I probably
Everybody see no head like that. Yeah. All right.
Evo Lottie
got more head than she got body. I get it. I get it. I understand the whole point concept of it, but it's like you and some people, I guess I'm hearing that they got just feet. What if she's showing just feet?
You hearing it or you didn't see it?
Yeah, I'm hearing like they just showing feet. But
I used to work with a feet model.
But when
I worked at Master,
when you're going totally naked and doing all the other stuff, it's the value you bringing the value of yourself down. So we don't, we not necessarily have to judge them, but it's automatically there when people know that you have OnlyFans. That's what you do.
Plug it up over there.
But isn't OnlyFans? Isn't that like a porno site?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's where they be fucking at.
Right?
Yeah, you can be fucking. You can.
That nigga said no where he fucking at.
I don't know.
Not everybody though.
I mean,
there's probably people that pop. It's probably
no. So I think y'all. So I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying I believe. So OnlyFans is one thing, but they have
like for a fact.
No, I don't. I really don't. But they have.
I think on the poster like.
Yeah, like only. They have fetish pages. So what y'all talk about is kind of two different things. So OnlyFans, they don't all have sex on there. I heard.
You got a lot
I've
of
never
information.
subscribed and nothing like that, but I'm saying they do a lot of stuff. But they
got
have
the categories. Like they got.
No, they do. They got like fetish pages where you could play with your feet or a motherfucker model their ears or their hands or all kind of weird shit. Squish bananas and clap their feet together. You know, I be doing that shit. Or so I heard.
He don't know that for a fact though. He just heard it.
I don't know if they do this a lot, but I'm just saying
that is crazy. Clap their feet together. It's crazy.
But I heard it.
I might pay to see that. I don't know.
Huh? Well, hey, log in at 999.
No, I know you can clap your feet
okay.
together.
Nah.
Brady be picking up shit with her feet. I be like, get the remote. She'd be like, there you go.
Stupid. But it's at first it was Patreon, right? Patreon is something different, right?
What? Well, out in old school.
What?
Patreon and it wasn't it Patreon? Patreon and like don't they coincide together?
I think that's on it's a different on YouTube or something like that. Or so I don't know. But yeah.
I'll look down on nobody. You know.
Yeah, like I said, I get it. Yeah, I get the whole idea. Like you got to make your money, but then it's like, okay, after so much, you want to continue to make the career out of, selling yourself, or do you want to do it for a certain amount of time and move on?
All right, quick question, man.
That's like
Go ahead.
So, Kitty, sticking to it. So, would you rather date a stripper or would you rather date somebody who's on OnlyFans?
It's all the same.
No,
okay, so what's the difference in selling drugs? Hold on, because you just said get your money and get out. So what's the difference in selling drugs and selling your body?
You're not exposing yourself.
I mean, you poisoning your community, which is worse.
No, you ain't.
I get it. It depends on what you're selling. Depends on what you're selling.
It's a choice for the person to buy it and use it and do what they do with it.
Same with your body.
You're not. Now, hold on.
You gotta go see their feet.
The people, and don't get me wrong, I'm not glorifying selling drugs or nothing like that. But the crackhead that walked to get the crack is the one killing himself and himself or herself. It ain't
everybody has
everybody has a choice.
You can get high off of shit in your house, cleaning supplies, regular stuff that you buy over the counter. It's a choice on what they choose to get high with. I'm just saying.
True. That's
but
true.
Selling your body, that's your body. If you choose to sell it,
let's go back to that. Let's go back to that.
Hold on. It's right here that's having sex with multiple people and men having sex with multiple women. It's no difference in the people getting paid for it. I wouldn't glorify nobody selling their body to get paid for it, but I'm just saying it ain't no different. I know chicks that have been passed around and hey,
so you feel like there's no moral compass for a person that sells drugs? You don't have no kind of
No, of course. But I'm saying, like, when they say you killing your community, somebody had to bring it to get it. The government is the one bringing it out.
Nothing to do with you doing.
Yeah, they don't.
If you go shoot somebody with a gun that got dropped off to you, you're still a murderer.
Like
that's what I'm saying. If you did it, but a person that takes some dope and shoot it up their veins, they killing themselves. The nigga that sold it to him ain't cute. The nigga that sold it to him ain't killing them. He ain't dead. He ain't.
Gun ain't killing him either, but guns is bad, right?
No, the guns is bad. If you cock it and point at somebody's head and shoot it, then you chose to make that decision.
Well,
that's not the same thing as the person doing it to himself.
You know the effect that drugs have on people. Certain type of.
That's why you don't use them. That's why I don't use them.
And that's why you don't sell them.
I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke crack because I know what it does to people.
And you don't sell it either. It's the same thing.
Hey, Quavo said that Chris Brown takes cocaine.
You got the conscience. What I'm saying is your conscience. Your conscience knows the reason why you don't do something is because you understand the effect and the damage that it does to you.
Oh, so yeah, no, I'm not taking away from that, but they need to focus on the people using it. The purpose of it's going to be people selling everything forever. It's not. It's the person going to buy that shit is the that's. I'm not saying they're bigger of the problem than the person selling it, but the person using it is the person that's going to die from it or lose his self or lose his job or lose his family, the person that sold it to him ain't losing nothing because it's not affecting his life the way it's affecting the people using it.
Until it's his family. Until it's his family or his mama or his daughter.
And then guess what? Then he got to live with the consequences of the people who smoke that crack and that dope and that whatever. That's how it goes. But that's my point.
Can he be mad at the drug dealer that sold it to them when he a drug dealer?
He shouldn't be if he's selling it too. If it happened while he's doing it, then that's part of the game. Just like niggas that pimp and then they have children, and then their children become a hoe, or a pimp or whatever. Some people is okay with it because they're like, this is the life I'm built, so I expect my daughter to do this and that because that's the game. But then other niggas gonna be like, I don't want my daughter to follow my footsteps, or a mother don't want her daughter to be a hoe, but she did, and that's what happened. I mean,
let's say you're not a pimp and your daughter is out here being pimped, and your daughter go out here and die. Are you gonna be mad at her? I know you're gonna feel a way about her, disappointing her, but are you gonna still feel a way about the pimp that did it?
I think I feel bad about the girl. I'd be more upset with my child who.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying, are you still gonna have some kind of ill feeling?
There's never not gonna be feelings about the other part of something. Like that's just like gangs. Like when people join gangs, if you in a gang and somebody died, like damn, the homie dead. But if your son died, it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was in the gang and your kid get killed or your homie get killed, you're gonna feel a certain way because it's your own. But I mean, yeah, everybody has a part in it. But a pimp is only a pimp if he got a hoe. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women choose
to go out to be there.
Huh?
I mean, it's a whole decision to be there.
Man, listen, it's a lot of women that choose to do it because it's easier than going to go work at Walmart. It's easier to go work at a call center. It's easier to go. They don't want to get up and stand on their feet in a warehouse all day. They'd rather do that because they got all the time of the day to do what they want to do. They get to dress the way they want to dress. They don't have no conscience or morals. So, I mean, how you going to be mad at the pimp? I mean, not saying he's doing justice or right, but I'm just saying, how you going to be mad at him for doing his job?
I'm saying he could be mad at both parties because one is taking advantage of the other.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know pimping. You know any real pimp?
Not taking advantage of.
Like I'm not even saying that being funny. Like I know, like literally real pimps. Motherfuckers choose them. They don't go out looking for the girl. The girl choose you.
Get it.
So they ain't that. What is it?
All my hoes chose me. No,
I'm just saying. Like, and I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to make light of it at all. I think it's wrong and all that. But realistically, if a woman say, you know what, today I'm about to get dressed, put my makeup on, I'm about to go find me a pimp. I'm about to go find me somebody to run me and take care of me. That's her choice to go find him. I can't be mad at him because he got chose.
The thing is
that's what he. But you got looking on the flip side as well, the mental, because I ain't been on Figueroa in over years. And the other day I was going to pick up my son, and I'm going down Figueroa, and these girls looking like 15 through 18. So I kind of understand what Alan's saying because it's like it might be a mental thing, like you know what I mean.
But what if it's not though? Everybody always think about the all the way to the left. Like, what if she got raped? What if she didn't? It's a lot of them who didn't.
It's not.
What if she's on drugs? What if she didn't? What if she got abused? What if she didn't? See, everybody's going on that like it might be this, but a lot of times it's not.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I see both sides.
Listen, I think that what basically the whole point is, it could be two wrongs in that situation. It's like, they're wrong for the girls is wrong for doing that, or the person that's taking drugs is wrong for doing that. But the drug dealer. So if we had to balance out both of the wrongs, it's like both of them wrong, right? A lot of times both people, you meet drug dealers that change their lives, or prostitutes that change their life, and it's people that used to pimp or used to sell drugs that change their life. We can't really judge either of them, but if I was going to judge anybody, I'm going to put more of the judge on the person that's selling or implementing the stuff than the person that's taking it, because I feel like there's a weakness or a mental thing with the other person. And then it might not, like you said, every situation ain't that. Some people just want to do it because they want to do it. But the more conscious person in that situation, the more logical thinking person is the person that's doing it. You know what I mean? That's implementing and stuff like that. That's the person that should have more of a conscious than anything, because the other person is really sick. When you're addicted to something, it's a sickness. Addiction is a sickness. Like, I mean, and people, The other person should be in their right mind. They just going after it for the money, but money is not the right reasons why you should be doing certain things. Like, I mean, so you have a more logical thinking brain than the person that's out there doing those things. But
you have that hardcore prostitution, and which is still prostitution and escorts, but who's the escorts pimp? The business.
A lot of them don't have them. Some of them freelance.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got something that's out there that's freelance, and then you got something that's looking for protection or some kind of guidance in their mind. They're thinking, okay, he can guide me or protect me somehow.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. There's so many different things, but who do we? Okay, so let's say it's a freelance escort or prostitute that don't have a pimp. So who do we hold accountable then? We can't point the finger at nobody but the person choosing to do it. Yeah. That's the same thing as a person that went out and found a pimp. She's still the person that chose to do it. She just has a pimp. That at the end of the day, it's still that person is the main root of that whole thing. It's not the pimp, it's the hoe. Because guess what? Even without pimping, prostitution is still relevant. You don't have to have a pimp to sell pussy. I mean, excuse me, to sell stuff. Sorry, my daughter's is over there.
We say what they want.
Yeah, I got it in my zone for a second. You ain't got to sell it, but I mean, realistically, that's just part of choice. You know what I'm saying? If someone chooses to do whatever it is they do, that's just their choice. I mean, I think people got to start holding people accountable for their actions. Like when we get to talking, because a lot of times we fall into, well, they were probably abused when they were growing up. Maybe they weren't though. Or were they probably they didn't have a father in the home. Some of them did. A lot of them did. Or they didn't have a strong black mother. Maybe she had to work 10 jobs. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she was a stay-at-home mom with a great husband that was a lawyer and their daughter's still selling coochie. So
but that can go on both sides.
No, I know it can. It can, but a lot of people choose to look at the other side or as a possibility before the reality that they could have had a great life.
It's damaged on. I feel like you damaged on both sides. If you.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, for sure. I'm just saying, like, people always try to have a scapegoat for people's actions. I don't believe in that because one thing I've never believed in is peer pressure. I mean, you know that. I don't. When we were younger, like I had homies who would smoke. I didn't smoke because I chose not to. I didn't sip the liquor because I chose not to. But everybody say peer pressure, peer pressure. Nobody I know believed in peer. They did what they wanted to do. When I did do something, I did it because I wanted to. It's not because no one made me do it. I didn't
just because you didn't.
I know, but see, I can only go off of me. That's why I feel the way I feel.
No, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I mean,
no. I'm not saying
some people just weaker than others,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, because I didn't give in to peer pressure, I don't believe in peer pressure. So that's why it's hard for me when people say,
"Yeah,
oh, my son was peer pressured into joining a fight club or something." Nah, that nigga probably just like to fight.
But that is a real thing.
Follow this. I don't know.
Peer pressure is a real thing. Peer pressure is a real thing. I agree. I mean, I wasn't privy to it, but I know. Like my son, he got in a fight the other day with a dyke. Why? Because the dyke felt like she was a dude, and everybody was like, "Fight!"
You said because of what?
Because the crowd was telling them to do it or telling her to do it, and then she was peer pressure to pour water on my son's head. But then she ended up getting her ass whooped because my son thought it was a girl. I mean, thought it was a dude.
It was peer pressure, or she just wanted to fuck with your son because he probably seemed like an easy target. I'm saying that could be a reality too. See,
no. You're right, but I mean, I'm just going particulars, but I'm saying it was more peer pressure on her part because she was like, "You can catch this fade," and everybody was like, "Yeah, fade." It was yelling and shit. So it's just like it's peer pressure, especially on her end because she wanted to come off as a guy. She wanted to be a real dyke in real life.
So let me ask you a question though: were you peer pressured? Did you fall into peer pressure growing up? Did you do?
No, I did. I know me. I didn't like it, but main reason when I went to Washington, my first week at Washington, everybody wanted me from this hood, that hood, and this hood. I'm like, so my logic was, if I'm kicking it with you, I can't kick it with them because y'all don't like each other. Yeah, but it's protection though. Nah, bro, I'm good. I just stay freelance. I like to go around campus and saying hi to everybody. I like dapping up everybody.
So
I'm like you. I wasn't.
So no, I didn't. What about you, Alan? Were you peer pressured? Did you believe in it when you were growing up? Like, were they able to to make you do things you don't want to do or follow suit?
No.
So then, how could you say it's relevant and real if it didn't affect you?
Because everybody's not the same.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm saying you. See, the basis of my thoughts, and I'm not saying I'm right or anything like that, because I know things are different for everybody. But in most situations, people do what they choose to do. Like I had homies that I hung with that didn't smoke, but if somebody passing the blunt, they might hit it just to be cool in front of people.
Right.
I don't think that's peer pressure. I think that was a choice. They chose to hit it. I didn't. I was standing there too. I didn't hit it. People passing the beer around. I didn't hit the beer.
That's real. That's the definition of peer pressure. Like if you don't smoke,
so then somebody keep on asking you over and over and over again, and hey, you sure you want to hit this? You should. Then you got somebody else. Nigga, hit that shit.
Definition of peer pressure: if someone pressuring you to do something and you do it, that's peer pressure.
So that could be
for something and you do it.
If
so if I never did it, peer pressure ain't real.
If you don't do something, like you said, your homeboy didn't smoke. If he don't smoke and he's around people that he knows smokes, and they just like pass it to him or whatever, and he smoked, whether it's big pressure, little pressure, whatever, it's still his peer that handed it to him knowing he don't smoke. And
but that's peer pressure. Or that's just choice to do what he
still made the choice.
You made the
choice, but I'm saying that wasn't pressure. It wasn't. It wasn't forced into it. It was just a choice.
I think that you thinking like pressure. Somebody just have to constantly be at you. You don't have to constantly be at somebody for them to feel pressure. Just the fact that he's in the energy in the circle of people doing that, and he felt like you said to be cool. Let me just do this. That's a form of peer pressure.
I think it's a form of choice, bro. But I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I think that's just choice, because that's just like if somebody tell you to fight somebody and you choose not to, like, nigga, you fight them. Or they say, nigga, like, come on, man, let's go in here, nigga, run in the store, nigga, and let's go steal. No, I'm not about to go steal. I don't steal. I'm not going to the store to go steal nothing. I'm more afraid of my mama than you. That was my thing when I was young. Nigga, my mama could get down with any of the homies. When I was young, my mama could fight anybody. So guess what? I never went in the store and stole. So that's why I'm saying I didn't believe in peer pressure, because everybody around me did it because they chose to. A lot of them wasn't scared of their mamas or daddies. A lot of them didn't care what people thought about them or how they felt. They wanted to fit in. I don't think that's peer pressure that they wanted to fit in. I think that's immaturity and weakness and different things, because it happens in adults too. And for an adult to say, like now and today, 20-something, 30-something, even 40-something, and you say you were peer pressured, I think that's weak as shit. But
yeah, as an adult, yeah, of course.
But it's no difference, though. I mean, adults do it. Man, you know how many niggas try to pass me blunts now? Like, Bird, you've never smoked weed? Never. Now I'm 40 years old. I've never smoked weed. Oh man, I'm gonna get you high, nigga. Tomorrow we smoking.
You
man,
just didn't.
You just put that in my face. I'm gonna slap the shit out of
you. Yeah. You just didn't fall. You didn't fall victim.
What up, Trayvon? Mac Trey.
Y'all ready to move along?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Talk to me. All right,
So with it, bro.
What's going on, bro?
What up with it, big bro?
I hear an echo somewhere. Who listening to something? What up with it, big bro? Bro, you listening to something in the background? Huh? Hello? You probably got on the TV.
He muted himself.
I just muted him. But anyway.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
What's going on? Bro, you got anything playing in the background? Because I hear something playing in the background. What's going on? Bro, you got anything playing in the background? Because I hear something playing in the background. Are you looking at the TV? Or are you looking at what are you looking at?
He playing in the background.
I'm talking about like a speaker or something.
He playing in the background.
So ain't nobody looking at the podcast in the background?
Oh no. Oh, I got y'all on TV. That's what I'm looking.
Oh my gosh. You gotta mute it.
Looking at the TV. Yeah.
You gotta mute it.
You gotta mute the TV, right?
He said, y'all on the big screen, baby.
You gotta mute it. You gotta listen to us from the phone, from here. No, you gotta mute the TV, not you. Mute the TV. And listen to us from your phone.
Hey, whose brother is that?
Anyway, man, so
okay.
Yeah, mute your TV. So whoever listening, watching from the TV, you can't do that, and at the same time, or you got to mute up. I mean, but
Okay.
yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we okay. What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Yeah, we hopping on the plane in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to tap in, you know what I'm saying, with the bros and with the fam, man.
Yeah. Where you
headed?
Where you going?
We got to go out there to Iowa. My oldest son graduating.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, congratulations.
Congrats,
Yeah.
man.
Graduating college. That's dope, man. Salute to my nephew, Emariye, man. Came a long way, graduating college.
Graduating high school, that's crazy.
Graduating college?
Yeah.
I mean, college. Yeah, he in college. He already out of high school, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
First one of the family to do that, too.
Yeah, he done broke a curse, huh? Generational. Setting bars, you know what I'm saying? So all the other ones got to follow behind him. You know what I'm saying?
You know they're looking up to him.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Salute to him. He did that, man. Played football, everything. Did that coming from where we come from. So salute to him, man. Really proud of him, man. Y'all enjoy that, man. Take a lot of pictures. I mean, and everything. Yeah, salute to Emariye, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, take $100 out your pocket when you get there. Tell them it's for me. No.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man.
All right. Next topic, man. If a man tells you he doesn't want to be a father, should you believe them and not have the baby?
Yeesh.
Hey, I'm going. It's a situation that I got going right now. Not I, but I know it's going on right now with that situation. It's like, all right, when you young, and somebody say I don't want to be a father right now, but it's
I'm
like,
gonna mute you, bro, because it's a
person,
little static. I'm gonna mute you till you ready to talk.
Go ahead.
No, him. Go ahead. Oh.
No, it's funny because I 2 days ago I got told information of someone being pregnant, but the father of the baby, he said no, because he wants to start on his career of basketball, started late. So it's like, it's like you hear that, it's like, man, all right. But the funny part about it was he was the main one before he decided he wanted a baby. I mean, before he wanted to start a new career, he was the one talking about, oh, I want to get a baby out the way right now. But all of a sudden, now the baby is here, and I don't want it no more.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing women do when they decide they want to give a baby up. It's their choice, but I think it's crazy that it's one person or the other's decision. I feel like once you make a baby, the baby coming, so that's your obligation, male and female. But I feel like when people deal with people, they say, hey, I don't even know you, I don't want to deal with you, I don't want the baby, I don't want to be in the baby life. I feel like they should be able to cut ties as far as like financially, physically, and all that, but they should never have no rights from the kid. But that goes on both parties though, because some mothers are absent mothers too, and the fathers end up raising the kid, and I feel like they should be able to be cut off too, because it's a terrible thing that to have a kid and not and force the parent to be a parent. If they don't want to be a parent, you should kick them out. I think the kid would be better off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but that's a tough choice. But if somebody tell you from the jump they don't want a kid, it's not to say you should have an abortion or not, because that's a woman's choice. But I feel like it's up to you if you want to keep the baby, and it should be up to you to raise the baby too.
But like I was telling him, hold on a second. Like I was telling the young lady that I know. I said, it's both of y'all fault for the simple fact is y'all been practicing sex for all this time without protection. So all of a sudden now is the baby is here or it's coming. Now you don't want no responsibilities with it, but you never practice safe sex.
I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. It's too late for that conversation. You got to have the next conversation.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I was telling her. Is now it's like I don't want to be a part of the baby life, or I don't want a baby. But on his behalf, he never did anything not to have a baby.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. If he tell you, I don't want no kids, I don't want to have a baby. If you already had sex and you already got pregnant, then it's too late. But before the act of having sex and stuff like that, and he tell you that, you need to start wearing condoms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he didn't say that. So this
I mean,
is
you
where
weren't here though, so you can only speak on what she told you, her side. It may be a whole nother side.
No. I spoke for both of them. I spoke
I know,
both
but
of
I'm
them.
just saying his determination may be different. But the harsh reality is, ain't nobody come in the door if don't nobody unlock the door.
My question is this though, you guys.
He didn't unlock it. He couldn't have got in anyway. So
hold on. Let me finish with this real quick. Like I stated earlier, a year earlier he said he wanted a baby. Now all of a sudden he didn't want it no more.
Man, it's niggas that say I want to marry you, and they hump him all day long, and then they walk away. It don't matter what he said; those is words. If she was mature enough to lay down and have sex, she got to deal with the consequences, brother. That's a horrible part, you know.
It's not a consequence, but it's a difference if he was leading her on. Like if he's saying, "I want kids" or "I want a baby," and then once it happened and he changed his mind, that's not on her.
Mm-hmm.
Why it's not?
That's not on her. He's telling her.
I'm not saying it's on her, but when people younger they say I love you, so the woman can have sex. That's not an immature part of the woman to believe that this little boy loved her to have sex with her. I'm saying I'm saying in that sense it is.
Not if you showing love.
Okay.
How you showing love?
Hold on.
Okay, next y'all go ahead with that.
Go ahead, Sean.
Wait, Dia, did you want to respond real quick? Because I'm gonna say something.
I just feel like if he said it prior, like then okay, but they should both take the responsibility to protect themselves. But if he said he don't want to have any kids or whatever prior to them having sex, then he should wear a condom and she should be on birth control or something of that nature.
No. So he said he wanted a baby with her 2 years earlier.
But what I'm saying is,
they've been together 3 years. They've been together 3 years. Within the last 2 years, he's been wanting a baby with her. So all of a sudden, he wanted to get a certain activity off the ground, and that's what he wanted to concentrate on. But he didn't say he didn't want a baby until the baby was here.
No, that should be before having sex. He should say he don't want to have a baby. But after somebody gets pregnant, then you say you don't want to have a baby. Then that's a different situation. So
exactly.
Okay, Brittany, did you want to respond to this?
Is it then? I don't understand who.
Hold on, because I want to ask a question too. But Brittany, you want to respond to
this? Ask the question. I'm sorry.
If a man tells you he doesn't want to be a father, should you believe them and not have the baby?
I mean, when did he tell me he don't want to be a father? When I was already
pregnant.
I'm already
That's pregnant. A good question. That's why I like to bring it.
Okay. Okay. So let me put a little into context. So I guess the way I'm looking at this, bro, did you want to respond to this? You eating it?
Was that not the question?
Yeah, that was the question.
Oh, okay.
So, bro, you wanted to respond to this? Did you hear the question? Hell no, you didn't. Okay.
Okay. Over there eating like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. My thing is this. How I'm looking at this question is in a different way. I'm looking at it from the kid's point of view. I mean, the kid that's born into the world without the nigga. Let me answer.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah,
they ain't got nothing to do with it.
So my question is, if a man tells you he doesn't want to be a father, should you believe that I had the baby? My question is, as a mother, right, knowing you're about to have a kid and bringing them into this world, and he's already at a disadvantage because he's not born into a two-parents household. He's not born with a family. He's not going to be born with an actual father. Is it your responsibility at that point to be protective over that child and see, okay, I'm necessarily, should I bring this child into this world knowing he's already at a disadvantage as compared to what he should be afforded coming into this world. This man is already telling me he's non-existent. He's not going to be here. He doesn't even want to be a father. Okay. I know at that point I have to step up, and my child is not going to have a father. All the responsibilities on me. He's going to be lacking so many things that he needs. I mean, from a male figure, from a father figure into this world. Should I then bring this child into this world, knowing he's already at a disadvantage? He's not being born into a two-parents household. He's not going to have the things that a person that's born into a marriage, a family structure, and all those things. He's already at a disadvantage going into life. So should I then, as a woman, and I know I'm his last protector. He didn't already left and shook. I have the last choice of this. So should I then make a choice that, you know what, I'm not going to bring this child into this world under these circumstances, or should I say, you know what, I got it. He doesn't. This child is in me. This child is born. I got it. I'm gonna still have this baby, and I'm gonna do the best I can. Hold on. So, yeah, I'm asking. Let me. I just want to act. I just because the women. It's really I'm talking to the women. Now I'm talking to all of us, but I kind of want them to. I just wanted to put things in context.
Go ahead, Dave.
Brina and Dia.
Go ahead, Dave.
Well, for me, I don't know what I would do in that situation. I mean, I would want to keep the baby, but I wouldn't want to bring the baby into a situation to where I can't provide, I can't feed the baby. If I can make a way and we about to thug it out together, then that's what we gonna do, you know. And I'm gonna try to provide the things that I can for him or her, you know, and you know, hopefully I can meet a mate or somebody that can help me add on to what I'm trying to instill into him. You know what I mean? But I would want to keep the child. But like realistically, like if I couldn't feed the kid or, you know, couldn't keep the kid clothed, and, you know, I'll think of it like realistically, like what could I do to provide as a single mom?
Hey, Carter.
I agree with Brina.
I would try not to lean so much on my emotions by it or my, you know, feeling like bad by it. I would try to lean more so on, you know, the right thing to do for the baby.
You know what the cold part about this is though, and I'm not.
And that's before it actually, you know, gets to be like a baby. You know, I mean, for me, it's I don't know.
I would hope for people to not have to go through this so much more in the future, like actually dealing with people who want what they want and really putting in that effort to find out that's what they really want. But I think it's so crazy that on the flip side of this topic, a woman could say she don't want it after she's pregnant, and the man want it, and she can get rid of it with no problem. And they say her body, her choice. I think that's so messed up because a man walking away, he's a deadbeat and a terrible person, which I think he is if he leaves his kid. But a woman could do the opposite and kill the baby or have an abortion, and it's her choice and her body. I think that's
whole topic, man. That can go,
that's
go crazy. Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but hey, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you just disappeared into the background and shit.
I know.
Well,
I'm just sitting on the couch today.
We see.
Well, yeah. I just
Hey, hold on. Time out. Hey, y'all just gave away y'all draft pick. Y'all gave it to Detroit. You ain't got a first round pick no more.
Man, keep the D out your mouth, bro.
Pause. But
Dallas, big D's.
But I think in this situation, I mean, it's kind of like as much. I asked that question, but honestly, I wouldn't probably be born if my mom wouldn't decide to have me. So I think every child will want to be born. You know what I mean, like, you don't care what circumstances you come in, because if she would have thought like that or thought logical, I wouldn't have been here. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people in this world probably wouldn't have been born. And I feel like I turned out good. So I would want my mom I would want my mom to like just thug it out and have me like she did. But it's like I understand, like, damn, I also would want kids to have both and be afforded to have both parents and live under one household.
But look at us. All of us didn't have both parents and we end up well.
You're not well.
I saw that point though. Like people may lose their mate, so it's like different circumstances. Like if they lose their mate, are you gonna keep the baby? They pass before the
no, I mean, I mean that's yeah. But I mean, yeah. It's just a thing. It's just a thing.
But Trump, like you said earlier, like you said, if your mom, my mom, honestly, I got saved by my grandma. My mom was the day of her abortion, she was supposed to abort me. She went to the same hospital my grandmother worked, my dad's mother worked at, and she took my mom's name on the paper. She asked my mom, "Why are you here?" She was like, "Oh, to get rid of the baby." She was like, "Is it by my son?" And my mom was like, "Yeah." She said, "You're not getting rid of shit."
Wow. Yeah. That's why we got your big head ass here today. Cause your grandma.
You know what? When it all boils down, we always meant to be here because we here. whether we was
sure.
incubator babies or the product of fucking whatever happened to make us, two parents or not, we all was here because we was chosen by God to be here. But
I don't know. Did barely made it. That head couldn't have been planned.
That shit had hurt coming out like motherfuckers. Like,
they been claiming your hand since high school.
You was supposed to be conjoined and shit, and something happened.
Fuck you, nigga.
Hey, conjoined to what?
First of all, I'm about to hang up anyway.
No, I'm sorry.
And I need to go to sleep. I gotta be up at 5.
Supposed to be conjoined. That's fucked up. But
I can't stand his motherfucking ass.
No, but you know,
like that's the last straw. I'm hanging up.
It's so crazy, man. But I mean, I think everybody here because it's meant to be. You know, all our different struggles and things that some of us had and didn't have, it molded you to who you are. Because you could have had a great life with two parents like the Menendez brothers and killed your parents. You know, so it ain't gonna say that was a better alternative. You know what I'm saying? It's single mothers that raised kids who bought them houses and took care of them the rest of their life, and then you got 2-parent homes that were rich kids that kill them. So it's all on the individual, man. But I'm glad everybody made it. Fathers or no fathers.
This takes me into this question, man. Do you guys think DNA tests should be required after childbirth or at childbirth?
100%, yes.
I agree. I'm 100% with that. Because, you know, have you watched half these shows that be on and it'll be fraternity tests and half these dudes, like, I remember one dude, he went on there, 3 kids, he was with this lady, none of them was his. I said, how the freak fuck that happened?
Man, imagine it come back your daddy a killer.
Because I just been looking at my kids' ears and I'm like, yeah, that's.
Oh no, we knew yours was yours. When that first baby came out, I walked in the room. I was like, turn him. The motherfucker said,
yeah, like
that's it. That's a brown.
Yeah, I look at the ears like, yeah, that's me right there, man.
The other ear was a little straight, and I was like, wait a minute, and I looked at it close, and it started going like that. I said, oh my bad, okay.
All my kids look Pakistani when they born and stuff.
all my kids look different. All my kids came out different. All my kids came out
go to bed. Oh Lord.
Nah, yeah, but you know, there's so many. There's umpteen thousands, if not more, numbers of people who are paying child support for kids that ain't theirs. And even after finding out the kid isn't theirs, they still have to pay it unless the court determines which they normally don't, because they say that the court is in justice for the child. It don't have nothing to do with the mother or the father. They want to make sure what's best for the child. So even though they find out that's not your baby, they may still make you pay because you can afford it because it's for the just of the child. And that's so fucked up because if it ain't your child, you shouldn't have to pay. But you signed it because you thought it was your child because that's what you was messing with, and you thought she only opened her legs to you, or you know, you figured she said it was mine, so it's mine, you know. And that's
it's on the first thing that you said. The first thing you said is she opened her legs to another man. Now you got to take care of another man's kid. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's not even about taking care of another man's kids. It's not knowing it ain't yours. I mean, it's people who really raise children, and until you get sick and need something from the child, a blood transfusion or something, and then you find out y'all don't have no DNA in common. That's heartbreaking, bro. Like,
I just seen something like that too on it might have been TikTok or Instagram. Dude said he was married. He was married 50 years. And
all the kids wasn't his,
all the kids wasn't his. I'm like, that's crazy.
Damn,
that's insane, man.
Yeah, you know, I heard somebody say, I don't know how true it is, but some old timers saying, you know, people make shit up, and sometimes it's true or not. You never know. But they were saying that he was saying it was a book he read. This is a long time ago when I worked at Metro. He was saying that they added in the Bible, which I don't know if it's true or not because nobody knows. But they said in the part about adulterers and not sleeping with married women. That was something they added in because back in the day when men went to work, they had to go like out of the city to go to work. They had to go to the other plants.
Us about this.
Way others. So, no, I'm just saying, but we was talking about that on that thing, but they were saying that they added that in so to keep men from sleeping with other married women, or while you going, you shouldn't have to worry about your house. You know what I'm saying? Basically. So it's to say this shit's been going on forever, man. People been screwed up for a long time. I mean, it's a whole lot of people who don't really know their heritage or lineage because they think their daddy is the man who died, but the daddy is the next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, like that little cartoon I seen, it's the little kid, he playing outside, and he like step on a crack, break your mama's back, and he step on a crack, and the mama go, ah! And they say, break a stick, do something and break your daddy something. and he do it, and the dad go, ah, and he go, like, wait a minute, nothing happened. And then the neighbor go, ah, because it was the neighbor baby, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's some crazy shit, but that's some real shit at the same time. Like, there's some scandalous people on this planet, man. But then again, there's some people who just don't know.
So we all agree that I feel like it wouldn't hurt nothing. I mean, shoot, you know.
I was waiting to see what Dia said. She was like,
yeah, she got out of here. No, Dia got little. Nah,
I think women should be for it because they're the one who get the benefit if it goes through. You know what I mean? When it comes to child support and all that.
I mean, you figure all the things they are doing to the babies when they born. It's like why not take a DNA test? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just to benefit them in that long run, like me, like I had to pay for a DNA test just to find. I mean, it's like why not do that and have everybody on? I mean, and then I don't know, but
for the women, they probably might feel a certain way if you ask that. Like, could you imagine doing that with Brina?
No, that's what I'm saying. It should be automatic.
Yeah, that's why they're doing it. They're trying to pass a law where it's mandatory for all children to be tested when they come out for that reason. But you know how many niggas probably broke up marriages or relationships because they asked the woman, like, hey, can we get a DNA test first? And I don't think that should have been wrong. Like, I don't care how much trust you believe you got in your husband or wife. If they ask you something to solidify something and you know nothing's wrong, you should be mature enough to say, you know what? I understand people fuck up, so let me prove it to you. Now, after I prove it to you, I might cuss you out and all that because you put me through it, but it shouldn't be that much to ask. I mean, especially if you got me signing a birth certificate for the rest of our life, and most of the time they don't be married either. These be people who just were screwing and ain't married yet or nothing. So,
but then they might say, well, let me put you under a lie detector test to see if you cheat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. But hey, exactly. Hey, lying ain't got nothing to do with I'm the daddy or not, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey,
I'm just saying, like, it could kind of go on. They're like, oh,
you had your turn. Now it's my turn.
Hey, man, look, I can lie about it, but I can't. DNA don't lie.
Right.
Daily.
All right, man. Let's keep it going, man. So I don't know, I did see this, man, and it was me and Brina discussed it a little bit, and she just looked at me crazy. So we'll talk about it, even though she on here, so you got to represent for the women, Brina.
There's no more women on here.
Yeah. So
Omari got a bun.
So why is it more easier and acceptable to listen to your boss than your man? Let me play the video so you can put it in the context and stuff like that. It's y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. Y'all too. I know you listening. You and your wife could chime in too, but y'all listen to this.
So you're saying men, masculine men, they act like that because it's their nature?
I mean, a man is supposed to lead, isn't it? I mean,
that's not leading. Bossing people around.
Yeah, that's what leadership is. Leadership is giving directions. Now, if your man says, "Hey, I'm hungry. Go downstairs and fix me a sandwich." You look at your face. Now, let's reverse it. But
it's something about like, go make me. It's almost the same.
Okay, cool.
It's almost the same as like, I was cleaning my room and then your parent walks in and is like, clean your room. It's like, damn, I was doing that already.
All right, you work at the dealers. Hey, clean out your register and go to register 6.
That's giving direction. But bossing.
You can't make this shit up.
No, but bossing.
You cannot make this shit up. You to tell me that the man that loves you, protects for you, provides for you, upgraded your lifestyle, watch them badass kids of yours, teach your son how to play football, ask you to go get him something to eat, and you're going to look at him crazy. But that boss that is going to keep you in that hamster wheel of a job because you're going to work 40 hours a week for 40 years and retire broke. But as soon as that nigga asks you to do something, you do it. I don't understand that because a boss can tell a woman to get up out the bed and drive 30 minutes to the goddamn job and go clock them hours because somebody didn't show up. But as soon as Tyrone want a goddamn ham sandwich and some pussy, they want to act funny.
Now, granted, he a little extra, so let's not. Let's not.
A little, way extra.
Yeah, let's not. Pay attention to that. And of course, you ain't gonna tell your wife to do anything.
Yeah,
you would ask her. I mean,
it's all about the tone, man.
I think that's what he's saying. But even with the tone, sometimes it's like, I don't want to do it type thing. and it's just like,
Okay,
you know, but it can go a long way. But go ahead.
Is it an issue if it might be a day where your wife or a significant other don't want to? Is that an issue?
No, it shouldn't be.
Don't want to what?
Whatever. Like if you like, I'm hungry, and she like, nah, I don't feel like cooking today. Is that an issue?
Order something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be an issue. What he was saying, like he worded that the way he wanted to word it.
Yeah.
And
when I say jump is what he was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
and so it's all how you treat the person you're with. I'm gonna show you respect. You're gonna show me respect. Right. I'm not gonna order you to do anything. I'm gonna always ask you.
You know, a lot of that too. I think it comes with. I mean, it's a little off content to that, but it comes with people not being themselves when they start. So they do all that extra shit. Oh, let me go make you a sandwich. Let me go cook you. Let me come over and scrub your toilet for you.
That's the thing, though. That's what.
And then they do something different later. So that'd be a lot of that too. But if a woman is attentive to you and, you respect her and she says she don't feel like it at this time, I don't think it should be a problem at all. Get up and make it yourself.
Right.
Or ask her if she want one. Like, shit, you tired? Like, you want one? Make you one? I mean, and that's okay, but that's the type of relationship you gotta put together.
What if she just like every time you asked her to make you a sandwich, she was like, nah.
And she would have never been my wife.
Right, yeah. All that stuff. Yeah.
Y'all didn't got married and she didn't kind of slow down and she like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Well, you know what? So y'all know I was
that's the thing too.
Things change after you get married sometimes. So certain things that they do change a little bit after. And that is, I think that's deceitful. Because even a girlfriend, even if you just messing around and then you make her your actual, like your girlfriend, then they stop doing or not being so attentive to certain things. It's like, wait a minute. I really only hired you just like a job. I only hired you because of your skills. So if you're not going to show and keep up your skill set after the job, you don't be looking for no promotion. You can't get worse on the job. You're supposed to get better. You know what I'm saying? So if that becomes an issue, you might need to find other employment. But not for a sandwich maker. That's a little mediocre. But some motherfuckers stop cooking, stop cleaning up, stop doing their hair, stop doing
sandwich making is just
I know that was just a thing.
Example, but
because I'm single now, but I got a boo. If I go like that, it'll be a sandwich right here in a sec. No, I'm just kidding. Look,
another nigga sandwich.
No, I'm just saying. Look.
Was you about to say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Ain't nobody making no sandwich. Look at that hair. That nigga makes sandwiches. She'd be like, go in there and when you're done, wash the dishes.
I think everything is in context. Of course, you shouldn't.
That shit got long.
I think it's okay it's okay to receive a no, to get a no, and you should not take that personal, and vice versa. Because sometimes your woman might ask you to get up and do certain things, and sometimes you're not gonna feel like it. It's just like everything is a balance and stuff like that, and we can't get an attitude. We just got to get up and do it ourselves. But I do think it's a thing. Like, it shouldn't be more no's than yeses. I mean, it shouldn't be more no's than yeses. It's like we gotta, and on both sides of the fence. I mean, but
don't jump up for your homegirls and homies more than you jump up for me. That'd definitely be another thing too.
Right.
Like I said about the boss, sometimes they get up and do shit for their friends, and then tell you no. That's what I mean.
Like, you should always remember who has your back and who loves you and who's gonna be there for you and who would do the same thing for you. You know what I mean? So as long as it's not, it's not that, or you getting too many no's, it's like, all right.
Yeah, if there's a drastic change in actions, then that's something to look at. That's something that you guys might have to start communicating about. But if it's like every now and then, it shouldn't be nothing wrong with that.
Why you mean like me?
Right. Okay.
Next subject.
Yeah. I was gonna go into the system. We ain't got Brandon. Did you want to comment on that?
Well, we already talked about it. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a sandwich if you want one. But if I don't feel like it, I definitely know that you would understand, because that's how we, I would understand if you didn't feel like it, even if I really, really wanted you to get up and get it for me because I didn't feel like it, I will understand. Like, oh, I don't feel like it because I do that sometimes. Even though I know sometimes you be like, oh man, just do it. And I'll do it, but as far as like at the job, like I mean, we gotta kind of like do what we supposed to do at work, like that. Our bosses and shit don't have the same empathy that we have for one another, so or they don't care that we don't feel like doing it. It's our actual job. Like you're not my job. I'm not your job. Like
Yes, it is a job.
But what you said right there, Sabrina, is we have to do this for our job. You have to do this for your marriage and your family. It's basically how you're looking at it. It's not the same. Yes, the boss don't have empathy. He don't care. He could care less if you're there or not. But you will want. Not saying that you don't, but women will want or men will want to be helpful in the marriage or relationship.
Yeah, for sure. Like Antron said, more yeses and nos, pretty much. Like
so what word could we put in there? Because I was gonna say obligation, but maybe not obligation, because it's like certain words, everything is semantic. So what would you want to place in there? Because when you get married, you are saying that you're gonna do certain
I think obligation
things.
is a good word.
Yeah,
I think people should stop being afraid of the words that should be used.
Because that it's offensive sometimes.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean for sure. Because
that's just for certain people.
I'm not, but that's actually what it should be. I mean, you should have obligation to your spouse, male or female, or I'm saying the husband or the wife. You should be obligated because that's what you signed up for. You literally signed up to be obligated to that person, for their needs and yours, and that equality and that equally yoked and all that other stuff. So obligation, I think, is the best word. It is. I think a bigger problem is that they choose to take words like obligation out so they can dumb down what they have to do because it's not an obligation, but it is an obligation. Because when they use other words and make it minimizes what it is. Like my choice, like it is your choice. It's your choice to obligate yourself to what you said you was gonna do.
Yeah,
right. So it definitely is an obligation.
In that situation, people will use their power. They'll flex their power, use their power to abuse the situation. So you'll have, like he was doing in the video, he was like, well, I'm your man. I'm showing leadership and this and that. You go do this. Well, that's not how it ain't always working like that. Like
I mean, every situation, it probably changes the dynamic of it. But I mean, just because you're the man, you say, can you make me a sandwich? What if you a stay-at-home dude and she at work all day and then she come in the door and you be like, hey, can you make me a sandwich? And she like, damn, you've been sitting there this whole time playing a video game. Make me a sandwich. Or why you don't have a sandwich ready for me, But that will make more sense. But then again, you might have the other one where the man's at work 13, 14 hours and the woman's at home and she well taken care of.
Whether either one of them is at home, if the man is at home, he still should be doing something.
I feel obligated.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Sabrina walk in this house 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying every single time, but if I was a stay-at-home man, I feel obligated to have dinner or something.
Yeah,
that's just my obligation to, my family. I gotta give that's my 50%. You know what I mean? Is to do what I have to do at home to make sure a home is right.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I would hate for her to come home and ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing figured out. Even if I'm ordering something, it's gonna be ordered already.
Right.
You know
house still dirty. Everything messed up. Yeah, like that's crazy.
Right. And just like as men, we're obligated to be providers or protectors, or a certain thing as a man, you have a certain obligation to your family. That's just it. It's cut and dry with that.
Yeah.
And, but also as a man, I think we also have we feel like sometimes men feel like, oh, I shouldn't have to cook, I shouldn't have to clean, and that's just not the case. No, I mean because nowadays you have women that work just as hard and that do professional women that do even more things than we do. So it's like you have to share these duties amongst your household and stuff like that.
But if the nigga can't cook and he start off not cooking and don't want to cook, don't put him in the kitchen, because I mean that's just not part of his obligation. You know what I mean? Like I find it. This is a whole other thing. I think it's so crazy, and I don't know. This might just be me, but I think it's crazy when women call contractors, like set up the plumber, set up the contractor, set up the landscaper, I think that's the man's job, like to take care of the household stuff. But a lot of times it'll be the woman, and you get to the house and you're dealing with the woman. Not saying she's not capable, But if there was a real issue, you'd be dealing with the man. Like I feel like why don't the men handle certain things? But I mean that's just me. Like even taking a car to the shop, I feel like that's the dude's duty. But I mean that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's even just like tomorrow. I got to be here for the plumber, and Michelle's like, "Nah, you got to be here. You know, don't not be here if they coming in." So it's just the whole security thing of
right.
My husband is here.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ain't to say she's incapable. She can do it, but she got a husband for a reason. She got a security guard to handle her business. Yeah, no, for sure.
Do y'all women pump their gas and stuff like that? Because Brittany don't like pumping her gas. Not saying when I'm there. I'm talking about when I'm not there. Like that, babe.
Shit, it better not be no other nigga going to do it when you're not there.
No, I'm saying, of course, if I'm there, we together, I'm jumping out and pumping the gas. But I'm saying, like,
on a regular, she do. She got a gas card from her job, so she know the whatever code they got to do or whatever, and then she get it. Either she get there before she come home or early in the morning.
Right. Okay.
Tell her to send me that code, bro. I need some gas in all my I'll throw something.
I do not like pumping gas. How many times have I ran out of gas?
Yeah, we just witnessed that last week.
Obligations are Rayvon Johnson. Who chooses what the obligations are? I think
life, nigga.
I choose.
A penis and a vagina is what chooses.
I think it's automatically set. Like you kind of know what a man's role and what a woman's role is without being disrespectful. You can say, a woman should be cooking most of the time, depending on the situation, or a man should be taking care of like you said, the plumbing, the outside yard work and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's already set.
Yeah. And then I'll say whatever you guys are comfortable with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like whatever obligations you guys place on each other. Because like you said, Marcus, sometimes a woman, you feel like men are supposed to do some things, but some households is like, all right, well, you call them, I'm gonna do this. I mean, it's just whatever you guys are comfortable with, as long as y'all each are comfortable with it and giving each other support.
Right. Yeah, because some people are better suited for certain things.
Right.
Yeah, some people believe the woman's supposed to handle the money, but sometimes the man is better handling the money. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's what it is. Sometimes the man shop better.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
This is where you have to learn your partner because nobody ever has this conversation at the beginning of a relationship or a marriage.
Yeah, but I don't think like for me, it's nothing said like you should do this, I'm gonna do this. It's whatever when it needs to be done, it's gonna get done. Like she'll go to the grocery store, or most of the time she goes to the grocery store, or be days if I take off or if I'm here before her, I'll go to the store. Like it's not like that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Or you're supposed to be cooking. No, if it's the time where you're not here, I'm gonna cook, set up the kids or whatever. Then it's vice versa. It's not nothing like set like you do this, I do this.
That's what I'm saying. It's automatic now because y'all got a partnership and y'all just know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up where you left. You know what I mean? You just it's kind of like it's tag team. You know what I mean? It's tag team. Moving along, I want to get through these. You gotta do you guys feel like it's controlling? Well, there's no women on here, so do y'all feel like it's controlling if a man tells a woman what she could wear or not?
No.
Nope.
It's consideration.
So it's not. So you guys feel like? So you guys tell y'all women what she could wear?
No,
I don't tell anything. I suggest.
What you suggest?
Consider alternate consideration.
Yeah, what might be too revealing, or what how something might look on you or whatever. Like you want the person you're with to be honest with you. So it's not telling you what to do. It's just like O said, it's being considerate of everything. Like you want to look a certain way, and I might be seeing something that you don't see. So I'm gonna let you know what it is.
Yeah, sometimes things can be inappropriate for certain things. So what, nigga? My hair's shorter than yours. So sometimes it can just be for the event or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't keep on going while I said I was first, sir.
I wasn't listening when you said it the first time, nigga. Go ahead.
I know you wasn't. I had to reevaluate. But no, but that's like I got asked a question for a birthday, like a birthday outfit, and it's like I had to grow because some of the stuff that these women like wearing are see through, and I'm not a fan of the see through shit. So I'm like but I had to be considerate of how she wants to feel on her birthday. So it's like it was some stuff that I know I would say no, but I said yes. And then she was like, "You sure? You know? Did you see what I sent you?" I said, "I know I see all that see through. You want to see your ass cheeks out and everything else. If you feel comfortable in it, then go on right ahead."
I think that's foolish. I'm not going to judge you, but I'm saying me personally, I'm not going to give in to something like that just because it's your birthday. Every woman, if you see the last couple of years, the birthday outfit is that see-through naked outfit with the panties and bra in it. I think that's foolish. Like, it's not to say it can't be real, but why does Halloween and your birthday have to be? You got to be a hoe. Everybody got to be a hoe on Halloween and their birthday. That's foolish. If that's your woman, you should want to be sexy and classy. A real woman is classy, not sexy. Right. It's a difference.
All right, can I play devil's advocate a minute?
Yeah.
Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Sure.
I don't know what y'all background and nothing like that, but I just feel like
bullshit coming. What happened, class?
I just feel like, okay, so you guys enjoy looking at a certain type of woman online, or
yeah,
okay,
but yeah, that's called eye candy. Your woman, and the woman that you look at is different. Like
I wasn't different. I wasn't done though. But I'm saying, right. So it could be. So what you find when you see something online, you like what you see to the point to where you will even hit the share button. What's the difference in like you want, like, why wouldn't your woman perceive, okay, you like this, why I can't, this is what you like, I want to look like this, you know what I mean? I want to look like what you like. Is this like, this is what you look, this is what you're attracted to, you continue to share this, I want to look like what you like, and I want to look like that one, you know what I mean? I want to look like that too. I want you to look at me the way you look at them.
Yeah, but looking at them is because of what they're showing. First of all, let's boil that back to what we are. We're men, they're women. I'm naturally designed to look at a woman, whether she's wearing pants, a dress, a muumuu, a clown suit, whatever. I'm designed to like her and be attracted to her, whatever. And vice versa for a woman to a man. So if I see a woman that's sexually appealing, that got her booty hanging out, or her breast hanging out, of course I'm gonna like it because that's what I'm designed to like. I'm made, literally wired to like that. But it's not to say I want my woman to be shown to everybody in the world and walking around with her ass out and her titties out, even though I'm attracted. I'm also attracted to the woman in the business suit. So
it's contradicting.
It's
but you're not sharing the woman in the business suit.
If I saw a woman in the business suit, I would. If I saw a woman in a pretty summer dress, I would.
I never went across your page.
Yeah, but I can share that because I'm single. If I was married, you never seen that when I was married. You never ever once seen anything other than something respectable. If it was another woman on there when I was married, I'm not married. I can share
naked business suit thing. You said the business.
I know. I'm just saying I can share naked pictures. I'm not in a relationship to where I have to be conservative about what I post or what I share. But if I had a woman,
we talking about the woman.
I know. Listen to what I'm saying. If I had a woman that I wanted people to admire and respect, I would want her to be respectable and admiring. These girls that's twerking on TV, I don't have to dictate whether they be seen on the internet because that's what they choosing to show. But I wouldn't want my woman to respect them on the internet. No, I don't have to respect them either. But it's not that I'm disrespecting them by sharing it if that's what they're putting out. But I wouldn't want my woman to put it out there because it's my woman. I wouldn't want everybody to see her ass shaking on social media or on pictures. Like I wouldn't want everybody with a picture of my girl up unless she was a model and they just took pictures of her and she a bikini model or something. Yeah, of course, I would expect everybody to have pictures of her. But my wife, the woman that is supposed to be just for me, I don't want everybody to be looking at her and be turned on in that way, like I am the other people that they post or whatever.
And your eyes supposed to be for her. And she's saying like, this is what you like, so let me be this.
Yeah, but I think that would be almost immature to look at a naked twerking video or a partially naked twerking video and say, this is what you like, so that's what I want to be. They should know that it's more to it than that, because a woman in some of those sheer pants that's totally covered up and they loose could be twerking and she's still just as sexy as the other one, but you can't see nothing. I would be just attracted to that too, but I mean,
but if you continuously looking at a specific type of girl that's doing that, and she's saying like, "Damn, this is what he's doing every day," just like scrolling, looking, sharing, looking, sharing. I want to be that for him.
Yeah, for him, not for everybody. That's the difference. Like when they want to do it for everybody, that's the problem. She's supposed to do that for me, just like they say a freak in the sheets and a lady in the streets. That's what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to put them twerking pants on and behind closed doors. She's supposed to have that pole in the room. She's supposed to have that negligee on when we on the beach or whatever, but not when she's walking around the family and doing all that and around the homies and her homeboys, have her nipples hanging out and her booty hanging out and her thong showing. That's not the same thing at all.
Can she ask you to stop?
Stop what?
Looking.
A man that never. It's not a man on the planet that stopped looking at.
I'm not talking about in person. You can't.
Oh, then what do you mean?
I'm talking about online.
Well, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be openly just posting stuff and entertaining with that kind of stuff anyway. If you're in a relationship or marriage.
Let me ask you. Let me ask this question.
To her.
What if prior to meeting her, she was one of those girls that kind of did that, like her Instagram page or her social media page? She constantly shared and did that and posted, and kind of had her. She was just an influencer.
She had followers and shit. Yeah.
Would you be in a relationship with a girl like that?
That's a choice you got to make when you meet them. I mean, you got to see. If you do decide.
And I'm talking to you.
I know. I'm answering the question. If you do decide, if I met someone and I like that someone, what she did before me, I can't judge. But she's not gonna have a picture of me standing next to her while she's twerking. You see what I mean? She wasn't my woman then, so
no. I'm just. That's what I'm asking you.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't judge what she did before me. Just I can't judge who she was with before me or where she worked or what she did, but I can judge what she does from me on. You know what I mean?
Is she obligated to stop when you guys start to get together?
That's something that you got to have when you meet her and you have that conversation. I mean, okay, so here's what I mean. It's a lot of niggas that meet strippers at a club and they like them and then they take them like, nah, I'm gonna take you out to the strip club. You can't strip no more. That's the dumbest thing in the world. You can't meet a chick at the strip club and then try to change her life. Now, if she used to be a stripper and you meet her, then that's different if she used to be a stripper. But if she is a stripper when you meet her, then you met a stripper and you dating a stripper.
What if said girl feel like she can't change you because you used to posting big booties, you used to looking at posting them and sharing them. She can't tell you.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing, though, bro.
Yeah, if you dating,
prejudging you.
If you dating a stripper, right? If you meet a stripper, you dating a stripper and the way she dressed outside of work is two different things. So what if she
not most of them, but go ahead.
But what if she dressed revealing outside of work and you meet her like that? Nipple, like you just said, nipples all out, sheer, see through, all that shit.
That's how you meet her. Like that's how you got her.
Okay, so is she for you specifically?
Yeah.
Is she, like you said, you don't want your woman doing that. If that's what she was doing, is she obligated, or would you want her to stop?
Listen, I'm gonna answer it again. She would never become my woman if she was already like that, and that's what she was doing. I wouldn't even give her that position because you can't put someone in a position and then try to mold them into the position. They either prepare for it. I mean, everybody got little flaws and some things they need to work on or this and that. But if it's something that they're just opposing to your beliefs or your thought process, then you shouldn't even engage in that relationship. That's just like some niggas can mess with somebody, or a female could mess with a dude that they could never see themselves marrying, or they could mess with a woman that they would never take home to mama, but they can date them and mess with them. So there's two different things. But if you want to make someone your person, then you got to be able to accept how they come. You shouldn't be trying to change it. So me personally, no. If I met a chick like that, because I actually stopped talking to a chick because she was too revealing. And it wasn't even all sexual like that, but like all her shorts, I got 2 daughters. All her shorts were ass out, and she had a real nice body. All her shorts, her ass was hanging out. Everything had her belly button out, and her titties was about to pop out her shirt. Even the button was about to bust open. And I asked her, I'm like, man, and she was a school teacher. And I'm like, you're just a little too provocative. Like I feel like everything you do is so sensual. And she's like, well, I love my body. If I could be a nudist, I would. And I'm like, that's great, but I'm not raising. I don't want my children to see a woman that doesn't have any kind of sexual control over herself, like to where you just always showing your body and always like, showing like that. Because I don't let my daughters walk around in their panties and bras in the house because there's a man in the house, me, and anybody else that comes around. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want them to get into that. Like I know when women are alone, like if they have a household with their daughters, girls may walk around like that. But if they got brothers, they probably shouldn't, because that's not how you should walk around. Some people do, some people whatever. But there's certain things you have to set up in how you deal with people and how you accept people. And it's not to say there's something wrong with her because she want to be sexy, but if that's not the type of woman you want, you shouldn't pull her in and try to change her. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Like if you know what you're getting into, you should know what you're getting into.
I'm gonna just hit it at the strip club and leave it there. No, I'm just kidding. But they can just deal with people without trying to change them, because people don't.
I'll play this video real quick. I think the lady put it in good context right here. Let me play this video real quick, and then we'll go to the next one. Okay, where it go? It's up here. My pod. I thought I had it right.
This nigga went back to last week and shit.
If I wanted to let all the men of the world stare at my beautiful body, I shouldn't have got married. As a wife, it's just certain things I cannot do. I signed up for this.
Like what?
As a wife, I'm submitted to my husband's leadership. I don't get to just be doing stuff all the time without talking to him and compromising with him and having conversations. It's a lot of women want a lot of control, and they want to be able to do what they want to do and be married. What are we doing?
Because he can't tell me how to dress. That's chauvinistic. I could do what I want to do.
Yes, he can tell me, baby, I don't want other men looking at your doggone body.
Yeah.
But if I'm with my husband, there are certain things he's like, you can wear that with me because you with me.
Because you with him.
But if I go out and I'm with my sister, my friends, he's like, hey, baby, that two-piece you can't take on that trip with those women. Let that bathing suit. Nah, but you can wear that with me when we go out, because that's fine. Because he's protected. It's just common sense on this thing.
And I think that's the difference where people don't understand. Some things is probably okay because you're there with them, and you know you can be protective and stuff like that. But some things, if I'm not there, it's just a little different. But
hell yeah, G-string bikini when you're out with your girls and you married, you asking for trouble. Now when you with your husband and you got that same bikini on, not to say it's right or wrong, but if he think it's cool with why you with him, he want to show off his arm piece, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's your wife.
It's still asking for trouble. It's less likely for an altercation to happen, but it still could happen.
No, I know it could, but I'm saying at least it's with you. Like, if she want to wear that short dress with them stilettos with her husband, that's cool. But when she go out with her girls, that's asking for niggas to just swarm her. But if she walking with you on your arm, ain't nobody walking up to her. You know what I'm saying?
You got some disrespectful dudes out there that'll put you.
But ain't that you can do about everybody in the world. But that's
the whole point. Like, let's not even put ourselves in that position. So let's just dress to par every time we come out, every time we go out. So we want.
For sure.
So we want.
Your girl could be covered up. They still gonna try. I mean, that's just some niggas just rude. They want to see if they could take what you got, or they just assholes. They want to start a fight. Some niggas like to start fights and start problems. They just ignorant. But there's nothing you can do about that. But yeah, when you got a chick parading her body around, I mean, that's just like if a nigga got a 6-pack and he with his girl and he walking around with his shirt off. If he with the boys out, of course you out there looking, you got your fishnet out. But if you with your girl and she, y'all look good, y'all together, whatever, it's a little different. But
yeah, I think everything is what y'all comfortable with, circumstantial, but y'all gotta have that talk, that communication, and be comfortable with each other. That's the bottom line. But my next topic, man. There's a lot of contradictions, I feel like, with men and women and preferences. I feel like when men have preferences, it's kind of like frowned upon or shunned upon, or they like, you know what I mean? But a lot of times, a lot of women have preferences. They don't like short guys. They don't like, some ladies only like dark-skinned guys. Some ladies only like dark skin. Some women only like light-skinned guys. It's like women have preferences sometimes. But if a man say, oh, I don't like big women, or I don't like tall women, or I don't like, I mean, it's just like
shaming.
Yeah, or some men like different races and stuff like that. I think long as you not shaming nobody or talking down upon nobody, your preference is your preference. But I feel like sometimes when men do it, it's kind of look. It's perceived as a certain way. It's a lot of contradictions with that. But a lot of women are very shallow. And women, you tell a man you 5, most women want a man 6 something, 6 feet and up. And you know what I mean? A certain look and all that. And it's like, you know, if a woman and when a man say what he wants, it's like, oh, well, you know what I mean? We kind of like frowned upon and stuff like that. So how you guys feel about that?
People are shallow, man. People are shallow, and you know, but if it's their preference, it's their preference. What can you do?
What do you mean shallow? Like elaborate on that. What makes them shallow by having a preference?
Because it's some things can be unrealistic. Like you want what's his name? Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels to do that. Okay, you want this, and that. And a lot of these things are not obtainable for certain people. So you have all these things that you want, but it's like you want a 6'4" dude, built, good job, get this. Like some of that is slim pickings, and they're not willing. They're not willing to. They're not. You shouldn't settle, but they're not willing to bring down their stipulations,
standards, and
the standard. They're not willing to bring.
I don't know. I don't know if shallow is the right word. Only reason why I say that is not about you saying it. I've been told I'm shallow several times by like my brother, really just my brother-in-law. But he an asshole though. But for certain preferences that I have, but it's because it's just not something I like, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But it's not like I'm saying I need she got to be a supermodel. She got to have her own hair touching her booty, and she got to have but particular things that are of my desire, I should have, and it has nothing to do with a financial situation or a color or eye color and all that. But I think people should be more realistic with what they do and don't want, so they can not hurt people and deal with people that they have no real intentions with. Because I think if people will really structure themselves more on what they really truly want, it'll weed out all the nonsense and drama people go through with people they just passing time with, you know. But yeah, some people do be far-fetched, like Kevin Samuels things where they had the women on there and they like he gotta be 6 figures, he gotta have this, that, XYZ, but they got 4 kids with 4 baby daddies and they on welfare and they don't have a car, but he gotta have a Benz and they don't own a home, but he has to have a house and don't have no kids under 18, and you know what I mean? Like, so that's some crazy shit. That's some
It's not saying that it's not the men or women out there that have these things, but it's like, okay, the cliche argument is what you bring into the table. Like you want this, but what's your part in it?
Right. That's the whole thing right now on the table.
Yeah, well, you know, people follow trends with words and crazy shit. Yeah, but I think people are just not understanding what certain things mean. Like even when people say, "What do you bring to the table?" Everybody looking at the table being something to put something on, like a literal table where you know, put up your money, put up your property, put up your. I don't think that's what people mean at all. I think they mean, are you bringing love and compassion and you know, what type of characteristics, what type of, you know, exceptions to my lifestyle or my this or that. I mean, people mean different things when they say stuff, but they use those cliche things just because it's trendy. But
are you willing to work with the person that you end up being with? If you want something out of somebody, can you guide them into being somebody better?
What did that say right there? Bring me some money. What?
Jordan said, "Bring me some money or leave me alone."
Hey, Jordan, asshole.
Yeah, I think ultimately, if you, the main thing is, are you contributing to each other, making each other better? Are you going to be a benefit to each other? Only thing I don't like with the whole preference thing is just like have your preference, but don't down talk anybody else. I hate when people generalize saying, "Oh, black women are this or this." I mean, or black men are this or this or this. Like who you like, have your own preferences, whatever type you like. But there's somebody out there for everybody, and it's just like even big women or whatever, small women, skinny women, whatever. There's a lot of shaming going on. it's a lot of, you don't have to shame to have your own preference. Just like who you like and just leave it at that. Right, so. But don't down talk nobody. I had a friend one time, he just used to down talk black women. I'm like, but maybe you're not strong enough to have a black women, because I'm like, you can't generalize. You can't tell me you only been with you ain't even been with enough black women to down talk black women. I mean, right. You only probably been with one or two. So you can't tell me, well, black women is this and black women is that. Bro, you one person. You know, it's millions of black women in this world, like probably, I mean, billions, if not. I mean, so I'm like, you can't generalize women. I mean, and you get that with black men. I get online now, and that's the thing. Oh, well, black men is this and black men is this, and it's coming from our own. So I don't like that, man. Just
that's the groups they hang in, and the people they came up around. They generalize it off of, like when women say, because I don't do the women and men thing. I ain't no woman hater, and I don't believe men are always right either. But like a lot of times you'll hear women say how, you know, most black dudes are deadbeat dads. And I'm like, but I know a whole lot of great dads that are black dudes. I know a whole lot of single black fathers, just like I know a lot of single black mothers and every other race too. So it's like, yeah, to generalize it is bad. But I think people get so stuck on the issues they have with the people they deal with, and they think everybody like that. And it's never the case. I mean, I just like to say big girls are this or big guys are that. Like I've been told, like I got told 1,000 times. They was like, man, you know what? Don't you? You know, they always say big dudes is tricks, but you ain't no trick. What? Like, what the fuck? What is me being a bigger dude mean?
You the biggest trick I know.
Shit, I trick on me and these two little girls I got. But anywho,
yeah, let's we only got a few.
But yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's the individual, man. I don't care if you're short, black, tall, fat, skinny. Everybody's preference is their own, but a lot of them aren't realistic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the homie got mad at me one time because I said I don't date big women. I'm a big dude. There's only so much I can do with a big woman. You know what I'm saying? My bed could only be so big to be rolled around and we both end up rolling in the middle. Yeah, I don't like that. It get hot in the summer. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. If a big guy say that, it's like, but then you have big women that say, "Oh, I only like skinny guys" or whatever like that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a reason why though. They're more comfortable and you know they can do more with them. Because a big woman ain't about to climb on top of me and kill me. Just like I ain't gonna climb on top of no big woman. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan said he got that gator for you, man.
He got the gator, my nigga. Yeah. He took a picture of one the other day when he was walking. I told him to fight him. I told him fight him and send him to me.
Okay, let's tap into this subject, Alan, that you sent earlier, man. Are black people afraid of getting diagnosis for their children? Man,
it's always afraid. I mean, but like we talked earlier about diagnosis, or you want to know. I mean, it's just about me with me and I was going to the hospital, or you want to know. So I mean, I don't think we're afraid of it.
This was a subject somebody asked me to talk about. I won't say who, but and I kind of fell in line with this too years ago. Not being afraid, but not wanting a label on my children. Right. And I think that's really what it is, not wanting a label. I always said that even if something was wrong with my children, we can get them diagnosed and we can understand what's going on. But I don't really want to use that and use it as a handicap for them. I want to try to make them feel as normal as possible. And I think that's really what it is that, you know, people look at it, and once you have a label on the child, everything changes. People start acting different. You know, they start being more careful. In some cases, you need to be. But for the most part, you don't want to handicap your child.
Well, yeah, because, you know, you see people using that as a crutch for their kid, too, where they say, well, you know, he's autistic, so you can't. Or, you know, he has ADHD, so he's running around and tearing up your house. You can't be mad at him. And it's like, nah, yes, I can, because there's ways to treat it and talk to him and riddling and all kinds of things. But as a parent, I think it's always more of a fear of the truth to be put on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And that's the scary part, because like you said, then they have that stigma following them. Well, you know, he's autistic or he's this or she's that. Right. But I think at the same time, it's so beneficial to know and understand your kids or your nieces, nephews, cousins, brothers, whatever, because if you don't get proper diagnosis for certain things, it could be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Like a person could have an issue that can trigger their hormonal or chemical imbalance where they lash out and do crazy shit, and they really don't even have no control over it. But had you got them properly diagnosed, you know that because you see something wrong with them. Like you see the motherfucker in the corner talking to himself,
right?
And
I had
doing
to take off the screen.
shit, you know.
Sorry, I was just crazy.
What was? I was trying not to look at him, but you know, and that's the hard part. But I definitely could see that in the Black community. I mean, because we are in the Black community, we don't know what the Mexican community or other communities look at it like. But I know for a fact in the Black community, it's frowned upon for people to get diagnoses with things because they feel like my kid gonna get made fun of. People gonna be like, oh, you know, her son got this or his daughter got that. So I mean,
also you just spoke on real quick too about the medicine. You know, they'll end up having to drug your kids up, and that's something that we don't want either.
Yeah, but sometimes they really need that shit.
Yeah.
But I just think sometimes people quick to jump on certain things with kids when they're younger, and sometimes it's just they're developing and learning themselves and stuff like that, and it's just like we quick to go get them diet. It's like they're not like the other kids, or they seem a little slower doing things and stuff like that. But sometimes people be quick to jump to get these people medicine. I know people personally that took medicine when they was younger that's very intelligent. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And it's just like, and they never took medicine no more. So it's just like sometimes these doctors like back in the days, like, yeah, we knew kids was like a little slower than normal, but they kind of wanted you to figure it out. And some of these kids outgrew certain things and stuff like that. But you keep pumping medicine in a child and like they do using it as a crutch, and then they'll start believing that something is wrong.
Right, exactly.
As opposed to pushing themselves and feeling normal and going out there. A lot of times it's just anxiety and social anxiety of being around people and stuff like that, and they're not used to dialoguing and communicating. And then as time passes, you'll see them get stronger in certain situations. But we can't be quick to run up there and like, oh, something wrong with them. They not like the other kids. And then they start pumping that medicine make them not like other kids and make them not like other people. You know what I mean?
The medicine can cause a lot of mental problems, but also, you know, you can kind of tell when something is just like, you know, way different.
Right.
You know, you still have to look at that. You don't want to just ignore a lot of these actions that's happening with the children. You want it to play out. You want it to play out, and let's see. Okay, maybe you got to grow out of it. You know that whole thing, but you want to also get it checked out, and just, you know, be mindful when you do get it checked out. You don't want to, like you said, use it as a crutch. You still want to try to treat them as normal as possible.
And it depends on what it is. What like, I mean,
it's
like,
situational.
Yeah. Because some things is like, all right, they, you know what I mean. Sometimes we kind of put more things on certain things and stuff like that, and it ain't even that serious. But Marcus told me Emariye had ADHD when he was.
No, I didn't.
You sure did. He was like, y'all need to go get him checked out. I'm like, bro, I got mad. I was.
I didn't say ADHD.
You got me fucked up. You sure? You definitely did.
If I did, that motherfucker was probably hyper and running around and acting crazy.
He was a kid.
Hold on, but I probably said get him checked. But saying get him checked don't mean something wrong with him. Saying he may need to get checked. And that's where this falls in right here. That's where this falls in.
Right.
Me telling you that was me telling you because I saw something you probably didn't.
No, but that's the thing though. You're around this kid not as much. This is my child. I know.
I was around that kid as much as you
wasn't around him. No matter how much you was around him, you wasn't around him as much as I was.
Yeah, but that's why I would see it and you wouldn't.
Hold on, listen to me.
I know that's why I was seeing.
Ain't no way you gonna come around and see something that I don't already see.
I would because
it was my child. And then for one, you're not a doctor. You Marcus Bird.
I'm a human.
But because all child kids are different, you wasn't around enough kids to diagnose one child and be like, okay, something wrong with him.
And
I wasn't around kids.
Into consideration how many doctors make mistakes on that too.
Right. So I'm just saying you can't.
I was around more kids than you was. I worked at a camp with kids before you had him. I worked at a camp.
You wasn't around kids that young though. You wasn't around older kids.
Yes, I was. No, they was from pre-K and up. But that's not the point. The point was just like other people see other people's kids and they say, man, I wonder if something's wrong with that kid. I don't remember what you're talking about though. I don't remember ever saying that like that.
This is part of it too, though.
Was hyper as fuck. I mean, if you see a kid climbing on the ceiling fan, you gonna think something wrong with the motherfucker.
Obviously, hold on, Alan. But obviously, because this what I ain't gonna lie, I did feel a way about that back then. But I'm saying,
of course you would.
At the time, no, I knew my child was being a child. He was being a kid. Like Amir is wait. Now you see him, he barely talk. I mean, so it's like he'll talk, but he's very intelligent and a man. Like I mean, so it's just you have to. People are different. That's what I'm trying to say. Kids are different and people are different. And some kids are mild-mannered. Some kids that never talk, and you would think something wrong with be by the fact that they don't really talk at all. And some people talk a lot. Some kids talk a lot, are very hyper, and you'll think something wrong with them by how much they are, how active they are. But sometimes you just don't know. And I know sometimes we misdiagnose because we be thinking, oh, something got to be wrong with him because he don't talk, because he talks and stuff too much, or he's too active. And sometimes it's not that. You know what I mean? It just I know
it's a bad thing to bring it to a person's attention. That's what you think.
I feel like Brandon, you got to mute your because I hear that.
I would want someone to tell me if they thought anything. And it's not the fact that they're a doctor or not, because most of the people in our lives that told us things weren't doctors, weren't nurses, weren't physicians. They were people.
A person can't tell me something wrong with my child.
That would make you fall into this umbrella here, though.
Yeah, exactly. That
would make you fall into this umbrella that we're talking about.
This is the part. This is part of the problem.
I'm just saying that would make.
This part. If somebody says something,
the question is: are Black people afraid of getting diagnosed?
But the thing is, that's a part of it. If somebody recognizes something and they say something to you, and you just automatically get defensive, you totally ignoring it. The fact that your child might
a doctor can diagnose you.
Yeah, you're right. Only a doctor can.
Karina, you done seen some kids that, and I'm not saying y'all kids or whoever. We've all seen some kids that we're like, damn, they might need to check that kid out.
But they probably already checked that kid out.
That's not the point.
I'm not going to tell it to the parent.
I would tell the parent if I love the kid and the parent, I'm gonna tell them. I got cousins that I told their kids I told them their kids probably need to get checked out.
Truth be told, somebody.
I'm not a doctor. I'm a parent.
I feel like that, not just off of one, like, oh, your kid. I will have to come with facts. Like, I feel like this or that if I really care that much.
Yeah, but if you're around
somebody could be around everybody kid and feel like, oh, something you think some. I mean, it just depends.
Can I be the voice of reason and say next topic? Because we're gonna argue about
this is a good. No. This is a good topic.
But the thing is, no one on the inside sees anything on the inside. And that's not even just
that's not true. Right now. That's not true.
That is 100% true. Most people in relationships don't see the issues. The person on the outside looking in will point it out to you, and you be like, nah. But a lot of times they see it because they're not in it. They're not. So even like you saying, oh, I was around my kid every day, and you wasn't. Guess what? You would overlook something that I wouldn't because I don't see your kid every day. So the simple thing. I'm just listen. And this is facts speaking.
That's circumstantial though. That's
it's not circumstantial. If you're around a certain thing or type of thing or whatever regularly, it becomes normal to you. So a person that comes in from the outside that sees it, it's not normal to them. So they would see something that you may not. It's not to say that they're right or their diagnosis is accurate. It's just to say they would see it differently than you because they're on the outside looking in. That's like people say all the time. If you're on the outside looking in, you can notice something that someone else wouldn't notice because it's normal to you. Whatever that thing is, it would be more normal to the person who's around it all day, and you know what I'm saying, and they're just there, and it's just normal, and this is just a normal action, or they just like to play, or she just like to do this, or sometimes it's the outside person that would see it.
But you have to be careful. You just have to be careful, especially early on. If a child is like 1 and 2 years old, you have to be careful because they haven't even developed develop their brain enough yet. So if they're just hyper or something like that, you can't just now. If they're older, you can start seeing certain things, certain signs. But if a child is young too. Yeah, but if a child is young, no. But the thing is, I don't know. My thing is this: I you work with kids, you work with older kids actually. Middle school kids. I remember where you worked at.
I didn't work with middle school kids.
But they wasn't elementary school kids.
They were elementary.
But anyway, you wasn't working with babies. But I have for one, I was a father before you, And I have nieces and
Nigga,
nephews.
I was there with you. I was there with you from day one.
You wasn't there like that, bro. You act like you was there every day. You wasn't there like that.
Go on with that. I was actually.
You don't even remember what I'm talking about. So,
because it wasn't relevant, but that's not the point.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this.
I've even changed his diaper before, so I was there before from the beginning. But go ahead.
My whole point is you wasn't there like I was there. Ain't no, like I wasn't there like you was there. I've been around. Okay, I can't say I've been around your daughter more than you have. No,
you wasn't around when my daughter was born. Y'all, it wasn't the same at all. I was
around. What you mean? You lived around the corner from me. You lived with me.
When I had my daughter.
Yeah.
When I had
y'all.
She was a newborn. That's
y'all get into something different.
But my whole point is you just gotta be careful.
But if I said it, I probably.
It's an automatic line of defense when somebody says something looked at as disrespectful about your child.
I think it's just who says it, because if the right person said, you're not gonna get offended. But
No,
it doesn't
it's
change.
just, you gotta be careful what you say and when you say it. If a child is young, you got to be careful, especially if you don't have enough knowledge to even say nothing like that.
Why not?
Because you don't, nigga. You a regular dude. You just like me. You didn't know shit.
So what do you you knew a lot of different shit when we were younger. You knew a lot of shit I did, and I know a lot of shit that you didn't. That doesn't change what you know about one thing or the other.
But you were wrong. You were wrong. So you didn't know shit.
If you say so, I don't remember.
You were wrong. Nigga, bottom line, you were wrong.
Yeah, sorry you're offended, but I don't remember what was said and why it was said. But maybe I was, but I don't know why I said it. I
know. Maybe if you said that and that's not the case, you were wrong.
Well, you know how many people have ADHD and don't know they have it?
You were wrong. You were wrong. That's the bottom line.
Okay, all right. For that situation, okay. Like I said,
don't argue that because now you get disrespectful. You were wrong.
Okay.
How's that disrespectful? I'm saying at that time.
You were wrong. I'm just saying you said something. You were wrong.
All right.
At that time, that's what I said, and that's what if that's what I said, then I saw something.
I'm saying you were wrong. At the end of the day, you were wrong.
It doesn't matter if I was wrong. That's the whole. Listen, the whole point.
That's my point, though.
Hold on, listen. The whole thing is. Hold on, listen. Listen. The thing about things like that, when people care about you or they care about situations, and they're open enough to talk to you and share something with you that they feel, it shouldn't be taken so negatively because it was a reason why it was said. And even though I wasn't a parent or you was a new parent, I've been around kids in my family just like you've been around kids. Well, I don't know if you had kids in your family the whole time, but I did.
Let's move on because now I don't want to go
I'm just saying,
there. Let's move on.
He like 20 something. You offended on something I said when he was 1?
You got to talk about the subject.
Okay, but you don't remember what you said, bro. So
that's why it's not relevant to me to battle it.
I'm telling you, you have to be careful with diagnosing people.
I didn't diagnose the dude, man. If I said something, it's because I saw something.
The whole subject, the whole matter, the point was I'm saying you have to be careful with this too because some people quick to do that and throw that on kids and it don't be true. And I'm saying
I said it to my nephew and he got it. He take medicine for it right now.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying sometimes people are wrong. That's it. Sometimes
they are.
And you was wrong, nigga.
Listen, all right, look, you can't go off of your thoughts by a few times you've seen something that you think might be abnormal. Like you can't say
that's what
you should go get him.
All right, can we go to the next subject?
No, but what I'm saying is I didn't write down. Hold on, dude, chill out.
No, y'all didn't have this for over 5 minutes on the same subject. Can we go to the next topic?
Chill out, bro. Look,
next topic. Y'all both being sensitive about something that happened 2 years ago.
Don't do that, though. Don't do that because I'm trying to.
No, I'm not. But y'all been going on about this for over 5 minutes.
We about to wrap it up right now.
No, what? No. My thing is this: we shouldn't go back and forth.
All right, look.
How we gonna stop it? We've been killing y'all.
Look, everybody stop because y'all niggas up here arguing on this damn platform.
I'm not arguing. I don't feel no kind of way.
No, it's not an argument, but we hear y'all. We know y'all gonna go back and forth, but when you say let's go to the next topic, y'all two won't listen.
Well, I was trying to clarify. I wasn't trying to offend them if I did.
I get it. Well, agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
Whatever.
That's it. That's it. Agree to disagree. Antron feel a certain way, you feel a certain way.
20-something years ago, I don't feel a certain way. That's what I'm saying. If I said something and I said something to who's supposed to be my brother, then that's what it was. And I stand by it today. Now, right or wrong, I didn't diagnose anything. I just said I noticed something. If I noticed something, I noticed something. There's a whole lot of things you can notice. It don't make you a doctor. It don't make you a physician. It means you pointed something out that you saw. And because you point something out, it doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It just means you care enough to say something about it. I would respect anyone that tells me something.
With that being said, can we go to the next topic?
That's not the whole
How is
thing.
that not the point?
Can we go to the next topic, please?
Oh, please, please stop.
No, because when we had a talk,
no, don't do that. It's about my
no.
child.
Hey, we can talk about Charles and Charles this.
Okay,
but when we talked about it, you said we wasn't gonna have it like this.
Stop doing that.
You said we wasn't gonna have it like this.
Don't shush me though. If I feel away,
no, it's not a stupid thing. I just said let's go to the next topic.
Okay, if we
get out of your feelings, nobody's in their feelings about this subject.
Too much. You making it like this. Hold on.
Yeah, we're not arguing. We're not arguing.
Why is you niggas still saying shit? All right, stop, man.
If it's over, it's over. 20 years ago, I was wrong. If I said it because I saw something, that's what I said.
All right,
we should have addressed it 20 years ago. I don't know what relevance it has today, but if you still feeling the way about it,
that's the point I'm talking about.
It's just how you talking though, really. But let's move on.
I'm not talking about that. I'm being honest.
Now let's move on because you about to really take me somewhere. Let's move on.
I'm about to take you somewhere.
You about to have me just
about to go to Disneyland. Let's go to Disneyland.
I just said I apologize about it.
No, you didn't. That's how you said it. Let's go. Do we let kids express themselves or do they have to shut up because they kids and we are parents?
Hey, shut up, both of y'all. Y'all both being kids.
Don't say shut up. Oh, we grown men on here, bro. Don't nobody tell me to shut up. I was being real about it. I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Everything is in. Come on. Do we let kids express themselves or do they have to shut up because they kids and we are parents?
We can bring this on the next time. Let's do this next week. I think everybody is still hot and heated. Because we're not gonna get the content we want right now.
We actually come on, golly. Things is gonna get heated sometime, bro. Things is gonna get heated. It's fine.
But when you got two people who's trying to stop it, then we get busy trying to turn it on.
Because you can't shush no grown man. I'm not gonna.
No. I didn't never say shush. I just said let's go to the next topic.
But if you talking when you talk about your kids, when you talk about your, I don't do that.
But my thing is this, y'all. This how y'all say y'all brothers. So my question is this: why is it even heated?
Listen, man,
I don't know. I didn't.
Look, when you trying to stop something, you gotta let that shit play out, man. You going back and forth with them is not gonna help you.
We could have had this conversation.
That's like we fighting and you jumping in. Let us figure it out. We gonna figure it out, nigga. We always have shit like this. It's gonna happen.
I know this.
All right.
That's what I said. We on a podcast doing this. You even told us we shouldn't be doing this.
You were just laying down on the podcast, nigga. You were just laying down.
Subject already, man. Do we let our kids express themselves or do they have?
I witnessed adults tell kids to no, shut up. You can't explain nothing. Who's playing something in the background?
That's an echo.
No, you can't explain your thoughts. You can't express your feelings. I'm the parent, you the child, you stay in the child's place. I witnessed that, and I don't particularly agree with that.
I was trying to see where the echo coming from.
Yeah.
Well, me personally, I allow my kids to have a voice because I was told do as I say and not as I do, and I think that's wrong. I think that's totally wrong. People give their kids the wrong example and expect them to do the opposite. I think you're supposed to give your kids the example you want them to do. So when it comes to having a voice, I think that's part of that example. They should be able to speak and say it within content. You know what I'm saying? They can't just be like, man, fuck this dad and all that, but they should be able to come and be like, I feel a certain way about how you responded to me when you were mad, or I feel like I shouldn't have to do X, Y, Z because of X, Y, Z. I feel like they can voice it. Having a voice or an opinion don't mean I'm gonna let them dictate their own future with what that is, but it's giving them an opportunity to learn how to express themselves, to learn how to be in their feelings and their emotions openly, and learn how to control their feelings and emotions, and then we can have genuine conversations and expectations when we talk. Because now if they can talk to me, they can feel a certain way, like, okay, so I'm having this issue, but I could talk to my dad because he's not going to flip out and tell me to be quiet and do it like this. He actually going to listen to me. So for that reason, I would never tell my kid to just shut up. I would give them the floor first. Now, when they get all way sideways about some shit, of course, sometimes you got to step in and shut it down. But in the midst of it, you just got to let them be a person. Let them talk.
Yeah. When that happens, they end up shutting down, and now the communication is done between y'all?
Yeah, I feel like you gotta. I encourage my kids to express themselves because I want them to learn how to. I don't want them to shut down, and then I want them to learn how to communicate. It's like if you did, I always tell them if you did something, explain to me why you did what you did. If you can make it make sense to me, then we good. Like if you can make it make sense and break it down, then we good. Because that's why a lot of these young people don't know how to sit in the interview and conduct the interview and don't know how to speak in it because they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to express themselves. And a lot of times we, in our culture, we like just resort to violence and stuff like that. And we just get mad and resort to violence because we don't know how to express ourselves and use our words. So I like to kind of encourage them to do that. I mean, explain to me why that made sense to you and what would you do if you was me? Put yourself in my shoes as a parent. How would you handle this situation? Especially if you continue to do the same thing over and over.
I mean, talking to a young child and trying to let them, see themselves in your shoes is kind of difficult. They're not thinking logically like that.
Yeah, I just like to throw it on them though, just so they can be like, most of the time they're gonna be like, yeah, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I just like to, so they'll know I don't have no other choice. You put me in a situation where I'm running out of options because you keep doing it, you keep doing this specific thing over and over. What would you do if you was me and you was doing this? How would you handle it? I just want them to think real quick and just think about that,
Go take a shower.
You letting Carter express himself?
Oh, I didn't know my mic was off. No. So with certain situations, yes. When it comes to situations where he feel like he have a voice, yes. If it's a feeling about him making choices, I let him express like why he feel like he needs it, or like right now, he went out for spring break. He went with his mom for 2 weeks, and now me, I know him. It's the difference when you live with mom and live with dad. When you with mom, you have more freedom. You live with dad. Dad already know what you're gonna do. So he went out there. Hey, I want to be with you, mom, and mom, and mom, and mom. You know what I mean? Everything is. Oh, I can't. I don't want to go back to dad. I want to stay here with mom. So, like I said, when he came back, I just let him speak. How did you feel? Like I was asking him questions so he don't have to feel uncomfortable coming to me with, for answers. Like I said, how did you feel? Did you want to come back? No, not really. And I said, why? It's like, I was asking him questions so he could open up to know that he can still talk to me, even though I might disagree with what he's thinking or saying. But at the end of the day, I tell him, I said, it's the difference between a woman raising you and your dad who knows you raising you. Half the stuff that you learn in your mom is not going to teach you because she doesn't know from a man's standpoint what to look for. Or even when he come to school, when he got in a fight, he came in and was just like, hey, dad, this is what happened. Instead of getting on him, hey, I let him express himself. You know what I mean? And I let him go out. In just certain situations. I mean, when it comes to choices, I'm like, all right, I hear you, but you're not going to make a decision for yourself. But I'll hear what you have to say. But the choices, but the decision and choice is mine. I'm going to let you know this is why I'm doing it. This is what I think about it.
And you also have to be careful, too, draw that line of understanding and still being the parent.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll definitely take advantage of that.
Most definitely. Like I told him, it's funny. It's just having a child with you than being a weekend dad. I mean, it's totally different. It's like different things that you have to think of and how you have to approach it. Like I can't be mean dad like a weekend dad. It's like, all right, I'm gonna have to see him tomorrow after that. So it's a different formality and a different tone for me. Like I just don't go yell at him. It's like, have a seat. This is what we're gonna talk about. It's like I try to talk to him like a young man. Like when he's like, especially with my tone, because I know all my kids, they know when I start yelling or I start having a loud voice, they get afraid. And I don't want them to get afraid. I want them to be open.
Right. Okay. We can move on to the next question, man. This one you had brought up too, Alan. Why is there a stigma on marriage as far as once you get married, everything changes? Break that down a little bit. That question down a little bit.
Well, it's what Bird said earlier. He said once you get in a serious relationship or marriage, things changes. As far as how a woman might not do certain things no more. And I really don't think that's the case. I think once you start having children and work schedules and things like that, it's not like somebody, well, I would just speak for myself. It's not like things are just being done on purpose. Like, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to do this. It's just situational, like due to work schedules, children, time being spent together, and things are going to change. But it is a stigma on marriage. As soon as you get married, people say things change.
Right.
Do y'all not feel like things change even in like just relationships? Like you can be with somebody for 5 years and things will start to change?
Yeah, and that's my point. That's why I asked the question. It's a stigma on marriage. Like, that's just in general, whether you with somebody for a long time or you get married or just being in a relationship, things are going to change, period. It has nothing to do with marriage.
Right.
A lot of people get discouraged from getting married because they think that things are going to change once you get married.
Yeah, that's a crazy reason to keep away. But yeah, that is true. I just think where that echo comes from? That's crazy. I just think like you said, things change with people, responsibilities kick in and stuff like that. You know, and that's just what it is. It's like in real life situations, you get a job, you work, everybody, like, we're humans, ain't nobody robots, so things change. I think you do have to find time and make time and stuff like that, but I think that's on both sides, equal sides, you guys, and then each party help each other. Like, if you get off first, you got to try to help a little bit more, and vice versa. You know what I mean? To try to make that transition into the nighttime a little easier. You know what I mean? I think that's you echoing a little bit. But yeah, I think that's basically it. But if that's scaring you, man, that's I mean, things are going to change. Truth be told, you guys are gonna get way more responsibilities. It's gonna get more real. But you guys
should be expected. Change should be expected. But it's not for the bad.
It's a lot more positives. It's a lot more positive than negatives. Yeah. But yeah. Y'all
everybody straight?
Nah, fuck these niggas. I'm just nah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man. Shit. I think that was the last. I had a what is the first date question, but ain't no females on here. We ain't gotta ask that.
Yeah.
I'm a female.
Nah,
you out of here. You ain't
going on no dates.
Yeah. So.
I didn't know what the question was.
But anyway, man. Yeah, that was that's it, man. I think it was a good show. Yeah, at times, man, it's gonna get a little heated at times, and it's gonna get, but that and at times, questions is gonna go a little longer. We just gotta kind of let it play out. And I know that went a little longer, but I'm a very passionate person, and I just if I'm when I'm passionate, let me get that out. You know what I mean? Just let me get that out and let him get his out. Sometimes that's certain things, because the show could have ended right there. And maybe that's where the show would have ended. But maybe that was an important conversation me and him need to have, even if it was a back and forth. And it wasn't nothing I was holding on to. It just was relevant to the topic. I ain't thinking about that, but I remember a lot of things from when I was younger. You know what I mean? And that I only remembered it because of the topic.
Well, don't get mad at me 21 years ago. 21 years later.
I'm not mad at you. And that's the thing. I wasn't.
No, I know that.
I wasn't mad at you. I think it's just
they don't know how you and I interact or how our relationship. A lot of people, not them, but everybody. A lot of people don't know. So they might think niggas on here about to jump through the computer screen.
No.
They ain't that serious at all. But I'm just saying, anything ever. I've always been a nigga to stand up for what I speak on or what I say. If I was right or wrong, I'm stand firm on it and apologize or move on it or whatever. But a lot of people don't understand that dynamic. So,
but that was my whole point. That was my whole point with that. All I was saying is we gotta be careful. And I was just saying in that situation, even though I'm not saying you didn't care and you shouldn't did, I'm just saying you were wrong. And you whatever you kept going on with whatever I saw, I stand on and it's like, nigga,
but I didn't mean it like that. What I'm saying is whatever
I needed was I didn't need
but I'm saying in the sense of like whatever you see, whatever you make a judgment on, even you,
I understand all that.
Whatever you make a judgment on, it's based off what you made the judgment on.
Right.
Whether you were right or wrong, you already made the judgment, is what I'm saying. So I can't say, oh, well, you can't tell me I was wrong then. Whether I came out to be right or wrong later isn't what I was talking about. I'm saying that when I said it,
we're not talking about donuts or a car though. We talking about a child. So if I be like, oh, you just happen to be wrong,
that would be even more of a reason to say something. If that's it for me, like if I say something, if I go out of my way to speak on something, it's because I genuinely feel a way about something.
I'm not saying you didn't actually think that though. My whole point was listen, because whatever happened prior to it don't matter. I understand your reasoning for doing it and saying it. I understand all that. My thing was we was talking about I'm saying sometimes people can be wrong. I just said you happen to be wrong. Now, whatever happened in your reasoning prior to for doing that, I understand that. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you just happen to be wrong. Just because it's you, don't make it so difficult to be like, oh yeah, you know what I was.
No, but it's not.
I don't have to hear. Listen, hold on. Let me just say this. I don't have to hear. I know I was wrong, but the only reason I did that and why I did it is you just would happen to be wrong, and it's cool. That's it.
So if a doctor takes no. I'm saying if a doctor tells you something they're wrong, because I know people got.
I'm gonna be honest. If a doctor wrong,
hold on, listen. My sister recently was diagnosed with cancer. Guess what? She don't have cancer. So am I gonna go back and fault the doctor for giving the wrong diagnosis, or that's just what he thought? Now
I'm gonna be mad if a doctor misdiagnosed my.
Why? I'm glad he was wrong. I'm glad he told us and we took the step to find out it wasn't. But I wouldn't be upset that he said it in the first place.
Everything is
that's a whole other lady. But I'm saying the idea moving forward is whatever brought up the reason for him to say it is the bigger idea for me.
I think the issue.
Now, what happens after? I understand. Like, yeah, okay.
No, we told him to be quiet. Let them have
but then the issue is that what they're saying is, and what you're saying is, you actually went to a doctor. They're saying, nigga, you ain't no doctor.
They ain't got nothing to do with it. If your grandma tell you, if your daddy tell you, they ain't doctors neither. But I bet you'll listen.
If you know what I'm saying? I think your leg.
If I tell you your son got a cold and then he end up with a ear infection. Are you gonna say you don't even know because you ain't no doctor? Nah, if I told you son got a cold, you're probably gonna check him for a cold. You're probably gonna give him cold medicine.
But I'm saying if you tell me that and not go to the doctor, hold on. Listen, if you tell me that and not go to the doctor, I'm like, man, that nigga wasn't even sick. You was wrong. You can't be like, well, I thought he was a nigga. I'm like, okay, I know what you thought, but you was wrong. That's all I'm saying.
And that's fine. It's a lot of wrong people in our life. I mean, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong, but
oh my God,
would you rather? Are you happy that I'm wrong? I'm happy I was wrong.
I never even went to get him diagnosed because I knew he wasn't. But I'm just saying,
it's not about a diagnosis because a lot of shit, and this is factual shit that everybody on this thing could say that you don't have to be a doctor to see shit. And it's not to say you're right or wrong when you see it. You just see what you saw, and that's all that was. But
that's cool. But my question is to you is how many times, like if you're basing it off of a few times of things that you've seen, they like the line of defense is already set. Like this nigga talking about my child is this and that, and you only been around a few times.
Listen, I wouldn't see, but he's saying that I feel like he minimizing it, being around a few times. I was damn there with this nigga every day before the kid was around and after the kid was born till the kid was a couple years old. Every day, every single day.
Me, not my child every day. Though.
What do you mean? I was at your house. I damn near lived with you until I got my own place. And even after then, I still was with y'all. I was with you every day while she was pregnant. I used to sleep on y'all
floor. Bottom line. We don't even got to go into that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So we can't minimize it like a nigga wasn't there. I was there. But that's not
there enough to diagose a child, though, bro. You didn't know enough about a baby to diagnose. But it's fine. Let's not go into that because we'll keep.
None of us knew enough about a baby. So
yeah, we'll keep going.
You didn't know enough to know if I was right or wrong. I didn't know enough if I was right or wrong. That's not the point, though.
Okay, but if I say you was wrong, just say I was wrong.
Well, we both know I'm wrong, nigga. We see the child. We both know.
Okay, well, leave it there. That's all I said.
21 years later, we should have left it 21 years ago.
But
I'm just saying, we should have left it 21 years ago. You making it seem like I just called you and told you need to check your son out today.
Bro, we just had a topic. We just had a topic. Only I ain't. When I know, but
you was upset today, not 21.
No, it was how you was saying it. It's what your words.
21 years ago, bro.
Marcus,
I wasn't even.
Everything is context. If we talking about my child, you got to be careful with your word. I'm not going to offend you.
It was 21 years ago, my nigga.
Okay, but you didn't even. Okay, so Let's leave it. Let's leave it.
That don't make sense. That was 21 years ago. We can't focus on that.
It don't matter that it was 21 years ago. We were talking about a topic that was relevant to the topic.
And you got upset about it today.
I got upset with what you were saying today, not what you said 21 years ago. It was how you were talking today is what I got upset with. Okay. That's what I got upset with, not with what you said 21 years ago. Go back and play the video. It's some certain words you use and there's certain things you say and how you say things is what get me upset, not what you said 21 years ago. I didn't get upset with you 21 years ago when you said that. I got upset with what you were saying today. I'm saying, bro, you just happen to be wrong. And then you went back, well, if I saw what I saw, and like, hold on, bro. Yeah,
I'm saying because you made it seem like a nigga just going around telling people their kids something wrong with their kids. Like, nah.
I didn't say none of that. I just said you was wrong about my son. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all you should have said.
No, I don't. You know, I don't bow down to shit when
I ain't about bowing down. All I said was you was wrong. That's what you taking it as.
So
you took it. You took it as an argument. All I said was
I didn't take it as an argument. I was saying that happened 21 years ago.
But you was wrong 21 years ago. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure we were all wrong at some point. 21
Golly, he don't want to be wrong about shit. You see what I be going through?
Is that not realistic? Everything you said was right 21 years ago. Lions say you was perfect 21 years ago, and everything you said came out.
That's not the topic. I'm saying you, Marcus Bird, was wrong. That's all I said.
That's fine, though. But you was upset about me being wrong today 21 years ago.
I'm not trying to ridicule
you. Niggas gonna keep saying this shit over and over again.
I'm saying that's silly. Like, either be mad 21 years ago or pull me to the side and say, man, you know what? 21 years ago, you said something
else. That we was talking about a topic that was relevant to it.
I'm saying but
all I said was you was wrong, bro. We were talking about a topic. I didn't say you was wrong about a lot of shit. Because I said today mean I wasn't like you wasn't wrong yet. Bro, it don't matter. We on a podcast. We're talking about something in the past. I'm not still mad. I'm mad. I mean, no. What you talking about? I wasn't even mad then. We're talking about a topic. If I bring up something that happened with us 15, 20 years ago with O and them, if you wrong, if I say you was wrong back then, nigga, just because that don't mean I'm mad today because I'm bringing it up. I'm just saying, you know, you was wrong. Huh?
I said you was mad today though.
It's because how you be talking, bro. You talking to me today. You talking to me today about my son, like as if you like, bro. All I said was you was wrong, and you like you doubling down. Like, nah, if I seen something was wrong with the nigga. Like, what the fuck? There's nothing wrong with him. I mean,
okay,
all right.
Another episode of One Thing for
Hey,
Show.
man, episode 16, man. I think every 8 episodes, me and Marcus have one of these, but it's cool. Like, I mean, it's all good. And when you passionate, well, I can't wait till you get serious about something passionate. I'm gonna cut you off, and I'm gonna come in the middle, and I'm gonna do all that because you be having of doing that. And it's like, bro, when homies is going at it, let them. I'm not gonna come between you. I'm gonna let y'all do that. You like shut up, you and then you coming in real aggressive. It's like, oh no, God.
That nigga took his bonnet off and shit, took his points, and I was like, slow down.
And it's not even and then also you gotta understand this is not just a regular topic, nigga. I'm talking about my son. So if I'm talking about my kid, nigga, that's something like you gotta don't
talk about your kids online no more, man. You too passionate about shit.
You don't talk about my kids.
About our children no more. I didn't bring him up. I brought him up 21 years ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's all good, man. Yeah, but this has been a good episode. One, I like real conversations. It ain't about being mad. It's just about coming to. Sometimes it get like that, and you know, it might get a little wild, and we ain't sitting down and nothing. And then even if we were sitting down, it might. I mean, you never know. Like shit,
we would have real conversation. Would have ended the same way.
Yeah, and in 20 years, shit, you're gonna have shit like that. Over 20-something years, you're gonna have.
Don't bring this shit up 21 years from now. Though, I swear to God,
get real. It's a podcast. This shit, I'm still mad. I'm mad how you used to put on your shoes.
Hey, Antron. Hey, Tron, I ain't never told nobody to shut up. I said, let's go to the next topic.
No, you said y'all want me to shut up. That's what you said. I ain't shut up. I don't like the word.
You said a lot before. I never even said nothing before. You just kept. It's like, bro, it's gonna get over.
What I'm saying is, we had a meeting on this already. Am I right or wrong? And what did you tell us we should do?
When I'm talking about my son, I don't give a damn about no meeting, bro. If I was passionate at that moment, if I'm not passionate at that moment,
then say that then. Then say that in the meeting. I'm still going what you said back then.
I ain't.
Are we still on the air right now?
Huh?
Yeah, we're still on the air. It's 9:30, man. I'm about to get up out of here.
All right, yeah, I'm going, man. I'll see y'all next week, man. I ain't bringing up nothing about my kids no more. Y'all niggas is tripping. But all right, man. I'll see y'all next week.
Go off the iron and shit.
Oh.
he took the camera to wipe his eyes.
All right, bro.
All right, man.